Hello, and welcome to the Cup TV, the Currently Unnamed Podcast, where we put the real and the tea in reality. And you can always come to us first to quench your thirst. I am Lana, your resident evil diva, and I'm here to get the tea, spill the tea, and drink the tea because you know I love me some tea. Purr. And I do have my cup mug here, and you can get you one at laundrycreations.etsy.com. The link is in the description below. There's a QR code in the corner. You can get you one. It's cute. It's amazing. It's great. And you should get one. And we do ship internationally and domestically, so there are no excuses. And honestly, you did me a favor by voting me out. So thanks.
It's Couples Island, right?
Yeah, Couples Island. You did me a favor.
Well, I'm Captain Savaho. I'm David Healy. And Lana, in case anybody hasn't told you lately, just because you're promiscuous doesn't mean you're incapable of love.
Yeah, thanks. Because that's total slut shaming if you do that.
Exactly. And we're both sticking with the Love Island quotes, aren't we? I wanted to
They
say
get the
something
best
about
ones.
I wanted to say something about my incredible 2030 vision.
Oh, I mean, they're giving the best ones. They're giving the best quotables things
They
to
are.
say that so far, though. But we are here. We're in week 24. Like, wow. Week 24, give you our highlights of the week for the Reality Roundup. Um, it's been a week. It's been great. It's been ups. It's been downs. But we're still here. We're giving you the huh.
Sideways.
Yeah, all the way around, underneath, if you want to. We're going to give you our best of the highlights of the week of the best of the shows that we're going to cover here. But first, we are going to ask you to do me a quick favor and a quick solid. If you are first time watching, thanks so much for watching. We truly appreciate it. Um, Give us a like, a follow, a subscription. It's that big red thing in the bottom, big button. It's there. Light it up. Subscribe to this channel and all of our other channels. All the links will be in the description below. If you're a fan of Drag or Drag Race, we have channels for you. If you're a fan of Universe Vision Song Contest, we have a channel for you. And of course, we here at TV, we cover most things or all things. I say all things, but whatever. We cover the things that are competitive reality television. So if you are into it, if you're a fan of it, I say give it a go. Give us a try. Check us out. And if you don't like it, well, poo on you. But if you like it, we love it for you. Follow us here and do all the things. We're knee deep in Love Island. We're talking about Traitors US, Traitors of New Zealand. We're getting ready to start talking about Big Brother. Getting ready to start talking about Project Runway. We got bed rot. Like, who doesn't have the things to talk about? We have the things. So follow the things. Follow us on this channel, please, and thank you. Follow us on our audio podcast links, our Patreon, join our Patreon, and follow us on our socials at The Cup Pod on Instagram, TikTok, X, and Blue Sky. Yeah, those are the ones. We're having a new channel coming up very, very soon. Like this week soon. So check it out. It's our TV Instagram channel. It's going to be on it's all things TV. All things we do here on the TV channel are going to be on our Instagram channel. So check that out as well. And yeah, let's do it. Let's get into it. We appreciate you. But David, as you know, this is all what we do. This is how we roll. This is how we roll. This is what we do. And this is what we should just get into our singing and variety shows. Right. So we are here. We're going to talk about Chop Champions. No, not Chop Champions. Wrong show. We're
I
talking
haven't seen
about
that one.
no. That is the wrong show, but no, not that. I meant Chopped Castaways. Um, this was an interesting week with Chopped Castaways. Like we said, the group of six players had to catch their own fish, catch their own
In
fish,
five
and
minutes.
in 5 minutes, catch their own fish. It's like, huh? In
Yeah.
five
I
minutes?
was like, oh, nobody's going to be able to catch it that quickly.
And we were wrong because everybody caught
Yeah.
their fish
Yeah.
in under 5 minutes. Caught the
I think
rest.
what they did, I think they had like a little cove and I think they put all the fish
Of
there so
course,
there would be plenty. Yeah. It
of
made it
course they
easy.
did. Of course they did. They had the fish in there. Um, because literally he said we're gonna go make sure catch the get the fish ready for you to catch. That's what they said the night before. So they were
Oh, I'm
going to
so
have
sorry.
it. You missed that part at the beginning.
Yeah.
So I missed it. It was very much in a contained area. They just had to catch it. Um, but they also had in their basket. Well, they had red snapper, which they call fennel, pond de coco, and worm salt. Um, Interesting ingredients. The worm salt. I was like, "What is worm salt?" So I did my research. I had to look it up. Worm salt is salt that they usually use for tequila. The salt of the tequila, what they make tequila out of, but it's cool. It's
Did you go
fine.
get some?
No, I did not.
No, you
No, I
don't want to
didn't.
add that to all your food?
No, not to my repertoire of food. It's fine. It's good. Uh, and so we see the people who I was looking for to having the best time, the easiest time. The Aiden was struggling. He was struggling, and he struggled badly. From he was gonna make fish and chips, um, and he made the fish. It got mushy. It was breaking up on him. So there's fish is not looking so good. And then the chips he made with the wrong potato. And so that those potatoes, they were soggy fries. And who likes a soggy fry? Nobody. And he was just it was going all sorts of wrong for him. Who other had a problem was Logan, who started out fine, but burned himself on his oil, burned his thumb. I was like, ooh. And he had to push through it. He made his fish started doing some weird stuff. It wasn't good. He just wasn't making it. It wasn't good. It just wasn't good. I was surprised with him and with Ara, who just ag- again, it wasn't good. The fish was all mangled and messed up, and it just he didn't do right. The salads and all the things. The three that I thought were going to be okay was the ones that were struggling, but the three who I didn't think was going to do okay was the ones who shined because John Paul made a red snapper in a half shell, which apparently is done in southern Louisiana, and it just was amazing. According to the judges, it was like
Yeah.
amazing that he did that. It was only something he could do. Um, everything about it was seasoned well. It was properly cooked. It was made correctly. He did really well with that, and they were very, very, uh, uh mm, very complimentary of it. I will say, very complimentary of his out. Like Marcus said, no notes. Marcus gave it no notes. He was like, I never said no notes in my 15 years of Chopped, and this is no notes. I was like, whew, you get
Yeah.
stuff like that from Marcus Samuelson, you doing something all right. And he gave no notes, so it was good with that. Hannah did amazing. I was like, oh, this is the one. This is the one. I was nervous for her since she had just come out the gauntlet. But I think this was her winning moment of just showing that she can cook. Like, I am a great chef and I do this. Like, I'm true to this. I do this. This is what I do. And she did really, really well, apparently. And so did Paulette. Like, I was surprised. I was impressed.
Yeah, Paulette made croutons. I was like, I didn't even like. I've never even thought about the process of making a crouton, but I was really
Hmm.
impressed that she like had the ambition to do that. I would say one funny part for me was when John Paul was like preparing his fish and he was like taking lemons to make some sort of juice for it. And he had a little bowl. He cut the lemons in half and he squeezed them. And one of the lemons, like all the juice went in the bowl. The other one went like right on the table. So I thought that was funny. I'm like, "Ooh, you missed on that one." Also, I was like, are you gonna have scales in your fish if you're cooking it that way? But I guess he
No,
didn't.
no, because he cut it off. The half shell was
Yep.
off once he finally fixed it and cooked it. So it was something very interesting to see. I was like, ooh, very, very, very interesting. It
Mhm.
was, yeah, it was interesting. But what ends up happening is Aiden, Ara, and Logan are very scared. They're like, I don't know. Aiden just knew he was going to everybody, all three of them just they about knew. They just knew. And I
Yep.
think if this was a three-way gauntlet, it would have been.
Mhm. It was pretty
But
clear top three and bottom three.
oh, absolutely, absolutely. But
And worth noting, Paulette, her presentation, like this is not something I would eat, but I was like, even before the judges said anything, I'm like, this looks really like perfectly presented. So I
yeah,
think that's one of her strong points for sure.
yeah, I think like I said, with these shows, these cooking shows, and we're not eating the food as a viewer, but
Thank God.
I could even eat half the stuff that they have on here. I wouldn't want it. But if you present it in such a way where I'm like, ooh, I would eat that, that's a win for me. That shows me that this looks really, really, really good. And yeah, you've done your job to convey your what you want to the viewer in our eyes, and then you convey what you want with the judges with their taste. So
Mhm.
yeah, she did a really, really good job. But in the end, it came to down to Ara, Aiden and Logan, and the two that was going to the gauntlet was Logan and Ara, and Aiden was stunned. He just knew he was gone. He was like, "What?"
I was surprised too.
I was, I was definitely surprised. I was like, "Oh," but he was shocked. But everybody was shocked for him, and he made it through. He skated by the his chinny chin chin, I guess. But Ara and Logan are headed to the gauntlet, and they have the
And
ingredients
JP
of it.
won, right?
Yes, JP won. JP
Do they
won.
get anything for winning?
No, but just to say you won,
Bragging rights.
bragging rights of the week. Like, I won one. Um, but the gauntlet ingredients were a spicy lobster, radishes, black garlic, and a smoked ham hock. Now I would have told that ham hock up, but I don't know what you're gonna do with the rest of them ingredients. I don't know. I don't know what you're gonna do. But I would, yeah. They got go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say Ara when he decided to like take out the like meat of the spiny crab and like put it on these skewers. And I don't
Hmm.
know about you, but when he was like taking them and just putting them on there so quickly, I'm like, he's gonna stab like it's gonna come through and like stab his hand. He was making me so nervous. Even when he was chopping
Yeah.
his ingredients too, I just kept getting nervous he was gonna cut himself.
It's oof, yeah. I'm so I'm don't know about him using these skewers. I'm just like, just because you bought them don't mean you have to use them all the time, and he uses them for everything. So, but I don't know. He had a clear vision of what he wanted to do and what he excuse me wanted to make. He made a lobster and radish like salad and lobster meat with ham. It was a lot. It was the way he explained it kind of over explained it to me. So I didn't really get it. And Logan ended up making radishes and ham hock salad with black garlic and spiny lobster something. I don't know. I don't know. They just over explained to me. I'm like, just tell
Yeah.
me what it is in second grade language. Like, is it chicken or is it lobster and salad? Like, I get that, or but they're trying to be, very description based or whatever because we are only watching and not eating. But everything seemed to be going well for them. But then Ara realized his lobster was kind of big. It was kind of big, and the way he had it on his skewers, it just made it. I don't know. It was impossible to cook or not cook all the way through.
Mhm.
It was his stuff. His it didn't go. It didn't cook. It was raw.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it was raw. Um, Logan's cooked his briny lobster well. He did really good. But what he didn't do was he didn't utilize the radishes and he kind of grated the radishes. He didn't want to
Mhm.
cut it because he was scared about chopping with his thumb the way it was. And so he decided to grate it and it was kind of just like missing in the dish. You couldn't taste the radish. It didn't. But I do like how they both used the black garlic and just like made the butter sauce for the lobster and then brushed the butter over the lobster. It was good, but in the end, we had to say goodbye to our. That shocked me.
Yeah, I think this is the first upset of the
Yeah,
season.
yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, but like considering the two issues that they had, like their issues were Ara's raw lobster and Logan grating the radish so it kind of disappeared. I'm like, yeah, clearly I would much rather my radish disappear than eat a raw lobster. No,
Oh,
thank you.
absolutely. Absolutely. And I kind of figured it was Aura's time to go when they kept foreshadowing him talking about missing his family and missing his
Mhm.
kids and him doing this for them. And the whole backstory kind of happened. I'm like, oh, is this the end? Yeah, it was the end. And Aura's just, it is what it is. He had to go. But that just leaves us to our final five. And what's your predictions? Is it still the same, David?
Yeah, I think Logan just escaped death for now, but I think
Hmm.
he's leaving soon. And we did find out it's going to be a top four finale, right? So he's my guess for missing the finale. But then I still think Paulette Aiden top two if they're going to narrow it down to two at the end.
Yes. Yeah. I think it's going to be that. That's where I would see it being at the finals. But
Hmm.
yeah, that will be my guess. I think Paulette. I think Aiden. The only two people who have not yet made it went to the gauntlet yet. They are the
Hmm.
last two. So I
I
would
didn't even
just
think about that till she
yeah.
brought it up.
Yeah, Aiden had Vince's Gauntlet, neither had Paulette. So I think that would be a great final two. I would love to see an all female final two. That would be great too. But I just think it's gonna be Aiden and Paulette. I don't
Yeah,
know,
I think
but
John Paul's a dark horse too,
yeah, I'm about to
especially
say
because he has good momentum.
I'm about to say if he continues to cook like he's been cooking, he will be a monkey wrench in the plan. I think,
Hmm.
but I definitely think those are the top two of the week. And yeah. So since we talked about Chopped Castaways, let's talk about America's Got Talent.
Let's do it. First of all, I have a question because it's been so long since I watched America's Got Talent. But when I watched the show, and please don't misunderstand what I'm asking here because this is not about xenophobia at all. But when I watched it, it was America has talent. Here is our talent that we have in America. And
Mm-hmm.
now I'm noticing it's like people are coming from all these different countries. They don't
Yep.
live here.
Nope.
And now I'm just a little confused by it. Almost feels like World's Got Talent, which is
Yep.
great. I love that. But it's just confusing when the show is called America's Got Talent, right? Am I crazy?
I literally said the same thing as I was watching. I was like, this is America's Got Talent. I know we're a melting pot. I know we have a lot of different ethnic groups and ethnicities in here, and good for that. But shouldn't they live in the 50 states that we?
Or
I'm not be
even our
like
territories,
right, or at
like even
least a
Puerto Rico.
territory, or at least Guam, or But what are we talking? Because I'm like, where are you from? South Korea? Don't they got an Asians Got Talent or something? Like, I don't understand. I could not understand. And I'm not like it's like you said, we are not being xenophobic or anything like that. We're just wondering if the name is America's Got Talent, shouldn't they live in America?
Yeah, it's a little confusing.
Confusing, but
But
okay.
with that said, like a lot of these international people that are coming to the show are among my favorites. So I'm happy they're there. Just confused by the name of the show. In fact, starting with my number five of the week, my fifth favorite was Betty from Spain. She's 17-year old. Um, she sang "If the World Was Ending." Really nice voice. She seemed really likable too, so like that was just an addition there. Yeah, I thought she had a great tone to her voice, maybe a little affected. I think that's what I'm seeing with a lot of the America's Got Talent singers. It's like you can tell that they're kind of influenced by the singers they listen to a lot, but still, despite that, I think she's super talented.
Yeah, she would be my five as well. I had her for my five. I thought she was really good. Um, yeah, I did enjoy her voice. I enjoyed her talent. She came from Spain, another Spain. But, it's fine. It's good. She did great. She was good.
Mhm. Yeah, my number four was another international person. It was Akira from Japan. He was the 51-year-old man who Mel was asking him all sorts of questions, and eventually they're like, "Why are you asking him like so many different things?" But this actually made me kind of jealous or like disappointed that I didn't go see him when I was in Japan earlier this year. But he has this show where basically he gets naked and he is doing everything he can to avoid revealing himself. And I just thought it was so funny the whole time. Like he was just cracking me up. And Mel was getting annoyed. I'm like, Mel, why did you buzz him? This was entertaining. Um, yeah, I was actually laughing out loud, especially when he's like, the thing was moving, like, and he had to move with it, and he's like, slowly, slowly, like, I just thought he was so funny. I don't know how he can keep going on and upping the ante with this, but I was highly entertained.
Um, Not my number four, but um,
Your number one?
not my number one. But my number four actually is the illusion. The illusion guys. They're from UK. I think they're from the UK or as
Young and
well.
Strange.
Young and
Hmm.
Strange. I thought they were very funny. I think if they've been doing this for a while and they have a lot of you know tricks up their sleeve, I guess. And so I think they were kind of funny. I think they were. I'm pretty interested to see what else they can bring.
Hmm. Yeah, they were actually my number three. So I'm on the same page as you. It was funny because Simon was like, "You look like that actor," and he's like, "Oh yeah, Jonah Hill. I get that all the time." But I don't think that's who Simon was thinking because I thought he looked like Josh Gad. He looked a lot like Josh Gad to me. But the thing about magicians is I like to try to think about how they're doing this.
Mhm.
And as he's stabbing this box, I'm like, how is he doing this? Because my first thought was like, oh, the guy on the inside is like stabbing and it's going through on the other side. But I still like I can't figure out the physics behind it. And that's a sign that you're doing something right. If I just can't figure it out at all. But yeah, they were very good. Who was your number three?
My number three was the guys who did the dominoes and the different that act. I don't know how they're going to top themselves, but I did enjoy the act. I thought the audition was really good. Um, I don't know. I just really, really like them very, very much.
Yeah, they were actually my number six. So, yeah, I thought they were really good. It started to lose momentum a few times,
But
and
I think that was
I,
purposely to give you
mhm,
something to go,
yeah.
oh, yeah,
Did you watch Domino Masters by any chance?
no.
Okay, that was a good show. See, the only reason I didn't have them higher is because a lot of my viewing experience was not like, wow, this is incredible. It's like, ooh, is this going to actually work? And I wanted to just be more like in awe, but they were very, very good. But my number two for the night, his name was Guy Kelton Jones. He did a spoken word poem, a poem that he wrote called "The Riot Wasn't Plan A," and immediately he had me hooked with the title. I was like, okay. Um, but yeah, I thought he was incredible. He had like incredible like uh, words. I don't even know how to describe it, but it was just so well written. And he was also like singing. He did a bit of Higher Ground by Stevie Wonder. I thought it was very powerful and impressive. Like the layers, the passion, everything. Like he's somebody I could continue to be impressed with week after week.
My number two was the comedian. His name was the Hispanic. Came from God. I forgot his name that fast. I think it's Hispanic comedian. Oh no, I can't believe I forgot
It
his
was
name.
Chris Sosa.
Yes, good lord, Chris Sosa. He was so funny. He was. Oh my god. He took me to like a Latin, like everything about him Latin. Growing up in a Hispanic household, his family spoke English, but broken English to him, so he didn't get the chance to. He learned broken English, so he was speak. It was just so funny to me. It was right on the point. It's right in the pocket. It wasn't trying to be overly something that it wasn't. It was just right there in the sweet spot. He nailed everything. He wasn't nervous looking, or if he was, he didn't show it. I thought he was hilarious. I thought he was hilarious. He was my number two.
hmm Yeah, he was very good. I think I just didn't laugh out loud with him, so
Oh,
that's why
how
he
I
wasn't
laughed
in
out
my
loud.
top
I
five.
laughed
Mhm.
out loud.
I did like the wedgie part, like dancing to get the wedgie out. Yep. So my number one for the week, it was the group Come Here
Yep.
from South Korea.
Mm-hmm.
23 people. 23
Yep.
people. I thought they were very impressive, unique dancing. And all of it they were doing in these suits too, like which doesn't give you the mobility that like a lot of dance outfits would give you. So I thought that was just an added layer that made it extra impressive. Um, yeah, very good.
That was my number one as well. I loved them so much. I thought they were very intricate. They were in tune with what they were doing, and I loved the girl was like, "Oh, no reason. The name has come here." Like no real reason. Oh, I just did it just because. Like it was nothing, no rhyme, no reason behind any of it, but it all came together so really, really well. So I definitely enjoyed them very
Mhm.
much.
Yeah, I was wondering, La Russell. He wasn't in either of our top five, but have you heard of him before?
No, who is
Okay,
that?
because he was the one that he brought out like several Bay Area kids, and he was rapping.
Um,
and all the kids were dancing. But actually, like I realized, I was like, his name seems really familiar because I don't know too many La Russells. But he actually, like that song was
mhm.
in the top 50 on pop radio earlier this year, like February and March. So yeah, that's pretty cool that he's getting to even expand his representation a little bit more.
Absolutely. You know what I did notice? We noticed that the person who got the golden buzzer was not in any of our top lists because honestly, he shouldn't have got the golden buzzer.
What was it again? Oh, it was okay. Isaac Atkins. Yeah, he was singing "Begging."
Yeah, he shouldn't have
Yeah,
got a
okay.
golden buzzer.
No, he was good.
No, he was. He was alright.
Yeah,
He was.
he was
He was
good.
alright. He was
I
alright.
literally I literally wrote his voice is decent, but nothing special to me. Mel B hits her golden buzzer. Insane.
He literally got by on pretty privilege. He literally
He's
got
very
by
pretty.
off of pretty privilege, and I will stand by that. He is not going to go any further than the next round because he, unless it's all women voting for him, because it's even, I was like, oh, he's cute. And I was like, oh, be good, please be good because he's cute. He nice deep voice. And then he started singing. I was like, ah,
Yeah,
mm,
he was like the lowest of my people that got through, I think. Um, yeah, he was barely above infinite spin.
uh,
The women with
the
the boobs
women
on
with the
fire,
flyer,
barely
please.
above them.
Police. It was just, yeah, no, they just, oof, no, he was not. He just got through on pretty privilege. It is what it is. I can't stress enough that
I
that
can't
was
believe he was 23.
eh,
He looked older.
very much. Let's get into some news. So the new season of Dancing with the Stars has announced its fourth contestant, and it's Guillermo Rodriguez, who is best known as Jimmy Kimmel's sidekick on the Jimmy Kimmel Live show. We've all seen Guillermo. If you watch television at all, you've seen Guillermo. Um, yeah, this seems like the type of person who they will pick for Dancing with the Stars, and he's funny, and he won't win, but it'll be fun to have him. He'll be a fun addition to the cast.
You're just writing that man off now. No,
He,
I
he,
agree. Like,
he
there's no
won't
shot
win. He's no shot of winning, but he's going to be a fun addition to the cast.
for a few weeks.
Yep,
Yep. But in other news, we have more Tyra news back to back weeks. It has been confirmed that Tyra Banks will be joining Project Runway as a recurring judge this coming season. And we did find out a few other guest judges that are going to be on the show. Some of the names are Sierra, Ice Spice, Iman, and Niecy Nash and Winnie Harlow. So it was a pretty good list of guest judges. There's several more, but those are just some of the highlights. So I'm looking forward to it.
I am looking forward to it, and we will definitely be covering it on this channel as well. So get
Twice.
into it twice. Get into it. Get into it. But let's start with some social wrap. Traitors, New Zealand. We can talk about that. I mean, if you want to catch my full thoughts and my uh, thoughts about everything about the Traitors New Zealand, you can check out um, my recap, and whatever, right there. So yeah. But David, what did you think?
Yeah. So I know last week I came on here and I was like, oh, this season is the worst Traders English speaking season I've seen so far. And I don't know that that's changed, but I definitely was getting into it more this episode. There were some people that I felt started to break out as characters. One of the biggest one being James. We found out that Keanu and Jill had recruited James to be their third traitor. I'm like, well, first of all, who is this man? Like he's barely been on this season so far. but he was meant to be a traitor. I don't think this man was ever meant to be a faithful. He's really found his own. He has a whole different energy, and he seems like he really knows how to play the game well. So I was liking James. I'm also really liking Maria. She's somebody that started to ping my radar last week, but this week she's fully on my radar. She's showing she could be an all-time great faithful because she's got the great reads. She told us, yeah, I think Brad is a traitor. I think Jill is a traitor, and I think Keanu is a traitor. And I'm like, well, girl, you clock them all. So I was very impressed with her. We saw Jill having to do damage control after the whole Brad traitor on traitor incident. And man, the girl was just running into a brick wall no matter what she said. Just some of the things she would say, like trying to explain it away. People would be like, okay, well, that makes me think even more. You're a traitor. She's a flop.
She did not have a chance. Big time flop. Oh.
But yeah, I really thought her time was up, and I'm glad they didn't prolong it too much longer. Especially because I felt bad for Oroha, and how they're picking up on like these tiny little things that seem suspicious, but clearly we know she's not a traitor. So I felt bad for her. Immediate heat for her at the round table. But it was interesting seeing that Jill, not only her bestie, her ride or die, Keanu, but the new recruit who she was counting on, James, also voted to banish her. So sorry, didn't work out, Jill.
It was a train wreck.
It was. So we do get a lot of spotlight on that friend group. And I'm glad because a few people in that friend group were not really standing out to me. So I think this helped give them a little bit more of a storyline, especially Chloe. And we find out that Michael got killed. Okay. Yeah. And I'm okay with that because Michael was another flop. Like he came back, he gave up his money, but then what did he contribute to the show?
Right. That's why I was like, what are you doing? How would you just kept your money and went home?
Yeah, take that money and run.
Like that's crazy.
They have that challenge where they're running down the steep hill. I would kill myself. I would trip. I would go too hard and I would suffer for it.
I would be Debbie in this situation. I'm going halfway down the hill and I'm stopping. Never mind. I'm sitting down. There's no way you finna get me out running or getting up.
And Keanu, like mishearing that it was the first, second, and 12th got the shields. How do you fumble that, my man?
Crazy. I didn't know who Aaron was until this episode. I'm going to be so freaking honest. I didn't know who he was.
The only reason I knew who Aaron was is because I think the very first roundtable, like 3 people randomly voted for him without any sort of like discussion about Aaron. So people thought that was suspicious. But yeah, Aaron finally is starting to get a little bit more screen time. Yeah, I will say that the roundtable was very interesting. Well, first of all, we saw the death match list, and I was wondering if they were going to get away with putting Harrison on the death match list by using I don't remember which word, backstabbed. And then once he got banished, spoiler, I was like, do they have to pick another person? And yes, they did, obviously. But I was shocked that Debbie voted for her son to be banished because it doesn't make sense. It does not make sense. Okay, if she seemed to really believe her son was a traitor, okay, fine. That means he could be protecting you if he's a traitor. Like, what if you get murdered right afterwards because you don't have your son up there protecting you? Like, that's That's like best case scenario, and you're right. Worst case scenario, he's a fellow faithful, and you're getting rid of one of your chances to bring it home for the family. So I didn't get it, Debbie.
Well, I mean,
Aaron,
I think she had to do it because she was going with the house, and the house was desperately going that way. So she kind of probably took it as, I'm going with the house on this. I'm gonna follow along with what they're saying, but it wasn't necessary though.
yeah,
But she did it anyway.
yeah, and I think Harrison was more gagged than anybody. He was like, that was a moment.
Clutch the pearls. He was. He was clutching the pearls.
Yep. But I got very nervous with this death match because I'm like, well, these are a lot of the people that are actually entertaining. I'm like, Hannah's not really entertaining. Chloe's getting there. But Dave and Sam have been consistently, for better or worse, bringing entertainment. They both have personality. So I'm like, okay, as long as Dave and Sam are safe, we're good. But then,
Um.
sure enough, Chloe's the first to get the lifeguard, then Hannah, and we got a cliffhanger, and it's between Dave and Sam. And I'm not ready to lose either of them, but I'm really not ready to lose Sam because she's been one of my favorites so far this season. So I'll be very disappointed if this is how she leaves.
Yeah, it wouldn't be nice, but ooh, I don't know what's gonna happen. But it would be funny if the traders, if when they do leave and the traders come and she finds out it's Keanu. It's like, oh,
Right?
I
Yeah.
was. Yeah, that would be funny. But I honestly
That's
hope
one.
it's Dave.
Yeah, me too. That's one good thing for Keanu because I think he's been kind of like playing a little bit. I don't know. Like there's certain things that he's done that feel like mistakes to me, and one of
Mhm.
them early on was telling Brad and Jill like, "Oh, I know Sam. Like
Right.
we went to college together or whatever." But they're both gone now, so his secret is safe again. So I think that's definitely good. It would be a shame to have that secret in your back pocket now, and then she's gone.
Right. Right. But
Mhm.
it is what it is. Let's go on a brain rot. Bed rot. Why do I keep saying brain rot? I'm so
I
used to
know.
saying brain rot. Brain rot, brain rot, but it's bed rot.
Yeah, I mean, all these TV shows, watching them, it becomes brain rot at some point.
It's definitely brain rot for me, but but bed rot challenge for sure.
Hmm.
No, I didn't watch
Yeah,
this, y'all. I'm sorry. I did not. I didn't.
that's okay because a week ago, I didn't think I was going to watch it. I had heard about this. I knew it was going to be on a YouTube channel called Cozy Earth. But I was like, nah, I'm not really interested in that until they dropped the trailer, and I'm like, okay, this looks kind of good, and it has one of my all-time favorite Survivor, one of Logan's all-time favorite survivors as well, Natalie Anderson. Carolyn's on there, our bestie that we met, and we kikied with her so hard back in December. And
Yeah.
then I've actually
Yeah.
met all three of the Survivor people.
Yeah.
Um,
Kiki with her, if that's what you call it. Uh huh.
Yeah, there's a few other people that I didn't really know, like Vanna from season 7 of
Mm-hmm.
Love Island. There's somebody from Secret Life of Mormon Wives. There's a wrestler. There's a few different people, a special effects artist. But yeah, they basically all come in one at a time. They claim their beds. There's 10 of them overall. So they have to sleep on top of this mattress. Um, and like they have these luxurious blankets, this bedding, which I come to find out, Cozy Earth. That's just the brand that creates the bedding. So this is smart. If you got enough people watching it, you might be selling some bedding. So good job, Cozy Earth. Hopefully it'll be worth it. But they find out from the host that there's a twist. Hey, you actually don't get to sleep on your bed as normal until you earn it. So they bring out all these air mattresses and put them on top of the beds. So they have those and some tiny little blankets, and that's what they have until they can earn the actual bedding back. But there are going to be different challenges ever so often called bed bug challenges. And this is where I got scared. I'm like, oh no, y'all aren't going to, you're not going to release bed bugs on these
All
people.
right.
because that would be a nightmare. And but luckily, that's just the name of the challenge. There are no actual bed bugs involved. Um, so with the bed bug challenge, they will get to earn their bedding back, or maybe even get something worse, a punishment if they lose. So they are given a challenge to see who's going to be the winner of the bedbug challenge. There's a box that they have to untie some string for and open it, and then inside there's some letters they have to unscramble. And there's a guy named Aaron. He very quickly gets through untying his thing, and he quickly realizes that the answer to the letters is stay in bed. But he decides, I don't want to win this and put a target on my back and have to punish somebody else. So he just puts stay in Deb, which, I mean, that sounds kind of bad. I didn't even think about that. Just stay in Deb. But he lets Luke go ahead and be the first one to win the challenge. So Luke is our wrestler. He comes in saying, I don't like liberal women. And he's sitting right by Carolyn, so that's not working out very well for them. They already have tension. So I'm like, well, I'm nervous for Carolyn now that Luke has power. But everybody else is quickly solving the scrambled letters until one person is left, and that is Sam. He doesn't end up solving it, so he gets one of the punishments. So he either has to go in a crib and sleep there for the night, or he has to sleep on this it looks like 2 foot by 2 foot table, which I can't imagine trying to sleep on that. I would definitely fall off.
Yeah.
But Luke sends him to the crib, so that's where he's sleeping for the night. And then the host brings out something interesting. He brings out these little buzzer, like it's like a pole with a buzzer on top, and he says that anybody at any time can push the buzzer, and it will initiate an elimination challenge. So he puts them all like by each of the beds, and pretty much immediately Carolyn's looking at it, and she just immediately hits it. Not even 15 seconds into it. She's like, might as well. Like, people have to go, so let's get this over with. And they find out that they are each given this block of ice in their bed, and they have to get to this whistle inside of the block of ice. And the first one to melt and blow the whistle will get immunity from tomorrow's elimination challenge. But the last two people who get to the whistle, they will be up for an immediate head-to-head elimination challenge. So we see some interesting strategies. Carolyn and Felicia, they put the ice blocks in their shirts. They're trying to melt them with their boobs. But it takes 57 minutes for somebody to finally get to their whistle. It's Luke again. Luke gets his whistle, blows it, and he almost falls off the bed because his legs have fallen asleep while he was trying to free his whistle. And then Ben, our boy from Survivor, we see him actually drop his ice block off his bed as he's trying to get to the whistle, which puts him immediately in the bottom two, no matter what. And finally, everybody else gets to their whistles except for Felicia. So our head-to-head battle is going to be between Felicia and Ben. And of course, I'm sorry to Felicia. I know there's not a lot of women. Oh, I totally forgot something. This was important. I forgot about this because this happened so early on. But 8 minutes into the challenge, we saw Vanna talking about like how she was barely on Love Island. She wants to go deep into the game this time. And somebody asked like, oh, who has slippers? Who has slippers? And she bends down to look underneath her bed and her foot touches the ground. Vanna was eliminated 8 minutes into this by touching her foot to the ground to look for her slippers. So yeah, it happened so quickly that I forgot to even bring it up. But my point was, now we're only down to 3 women, so I wanted to root for Felicia, but I know Ben from Survivor. I've met Ben in real life, so I'm sorry, Felicia, but I'm rooting for Ben in this moment. So they have a puzzle. It is in the shape of the pajama tops that they're wearing. So they had to quickly open this box and put together their puzzle as fast as they could. And Ben ended up winning. So Felicia is eliminated. We're only down to 2 women already. It's Natalie and Carolyn against 6 men. So I'm hoping that they can definitely outlast a lot, if not all of these men. But we shall see. Luke had one last job. He had to pick somebody else to go to the other punishment. They had to wait 6 hours after, but he picks Chase to go on the small 2 foot by 2 foot square, and that's where Chase is going to have to sleep for the rest of the night. Chase is from Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, and Luke says the reason he picked him is because he's very tall. And he thinks it's going to be a challenge for him. I think everybody else thought he would pick Carolyn, but he didn't. So we'll see if Chase can make it on this thing without falling off. He's going to have to really be in the fetal position all night if he wants to survive. But we shall see. It was only 25 minutes long, the episode. I think it's worth checking out if you have any interest. It's only 6 episodes this whole season, so should be pretty breezy and easy to cover.
Yeah, and by the way, Luke is a bodybuilder and a YouTuber, not a wrestler. I was like, I don't know that man. I don't know that man. But he's a bodybuilder and
you're
a
better
YouTuber.
off for not knowing him.
I know. I wanted to check him out once you said that that's what he was, and he was hate liberal women, but I bet he'd be lying trying to get liberal women talking about, I voted for who? I didn't vote for him. Whatever, Mr. Liberal.
Probably.
Nobody
I
wants
hate
him
that he's
anyway,
winning
so.
all the challenges. Mm-hmm.
Well, there will be a challenge he can't do, and I'm pretty sure it's coming up very, very soon. But okay, if that's what it is, then that's what it is. I think it's time for some more news. I think so.
It is.
So, the news. The title of the civilian version of the Traitors US will be The Traitors New Blood. It will have a 2-hour extended premiere on NBC on September 17th. We're excited. I'm ready to see what the Traitors are going to be able to do in having an all civilian season. So I can't wait.
Yeah, I'm very excited. I love the civilian version that we get in the UK. So if this can be anything close to that, I think this is going to be my favorite version of the US Traitors. We'll see, though. In other news, 2 of my favorite things are kind of mixing Survivor and movies. We found out that Paramount Animation is working on a Survivor animated comedy film. So the synopsis reads, it's set on a remote and mystical island. Animals from all around the globe compete for a once in a lifetime chance to be crowned the sole survivor. So it's Survivor with animals. Should be interesting. And how do you fit that in one movie? But I'm into it. I'm excited for this.
Me too. I guess Survivor has a animal movie. Great, wonderful, good on them. Netflix is turning Simon Says into a reality TV competition described as a gauntlet of cunning challenges, strategic mind games, and unexpected pivots. It comes from the same company that produces Survivor. I mean, The Challenge. So that's an interesting game. If you're going to do childhood games, that's a childhood game that could turn into a reality show. Simon Says.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of several many different childhood games that turn into reality competition. Monopoly is another one, and Simon Says, and I like it.
Yeah, I'm very intrigued. Netflix is going hard with their reality shows, so it should be good. Here's my suggestion. I've had this idea for a long time. I think a competitive Red Rover reality show would be really interesting. Oh, thanks for the thumbs up, Lana.
Okay.
It popped up while you were looking.
Interesting.
Yep. So in other news, the Traitors Acts of Betrayal is coming to the West End in London. Ooh. I'm actually really
Ooh.
intrigued by this. Yeah, I don't know if it's going to be a musical or just a play, but it is coming next May through July. So you have almost a year to plan for your trip to London to see this. It's interesting because they're going to have 5 different endings that are each going to be presented throughout the week. So Monday through Friday, each showing will have a different ending to the Traitors. But on Saturdays, it's going to be interesting because the audience will get to decide who the Traitors are, and that will determine which of the endings they use on Saturdays. So I think this is an incredible idea,
That's actually pretty
especially
good.
yeah, especially the popularity that Traitors has in the UK compared to anywhere else. Like it's the biggest thing in the UK. So I bet they're going to make a lot of money off of this. I wouldn't be surprised if it gets extended past July next year.
I think so. That's a very good idea, and honestly, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, bring it to Broadway. I'd go see it.
Hey, me too. Me too. It might be something. Maybe you know how we do in the U.S. We like to bite off the UK. So if it's
Hmm.
good and successful there, it'll definitely make its way up to Broadway very very soon. So
For sure.
I think that's a good one. I think that's a good one. Well, it's time we get a little drag in our life, huh?
It is.
Ew.
I love when I get to do that. It's not very often.
I,
I don't think 2 people's enough to talk
I
about Drag Race this
I
week.
don't think so either. I feel like maybe we should get 3 people, maybe.
Surprise!
Ooh.
You just needed
Well,
a third. You just needed a third fan. That's all I'm here for.
Absolutely.
You know, I just
Well,
happened to be in the neighborhood. I just happened to be around.
well,
And
welcome.
frankly, I
Well,
miss podcasting with David. So,
it's
hi,
been a
I'm
while.
here.
hi, welcome to Reality Roundup. We'd love to see it. We're gonna talk about Drag Race. Let's get our Drag
Woo!
Race on. Look,
I might have just done that.
look, and maybe you could stick around for a little Love Island chat too.
Sure, totally.
And some
Oh,
solo Las Más, even.
yeah.
Baby. Oh, I have thoughts, feelings, opinions, and all of the above.
Okay. Well,
Um,
then let's just get started with RuPaul's Drag Race. What do you
love.
got? What y'all got going on with it?
Yeah.
I
So for me, well, I was just going to start out like the beginning of the episode, we see Kennedy really down that she was not in the top 2 for last week. And I'm like, girl, because Lana and I both, I don't know if you saw our coverage. Lana and I both agreed that Kennedy was our least favorite
Yeah, she
last episode.
was.
and Kennedy was my number 5. So I'm like, girl, what the fuck is going on up here on this day?
Yeah.
Man,
Be happy with
like,
third. Be happy with third.
be thrilled and absolutely gobsmacked. You got a high placement in this episode, Miss Kennedy Davenport. Like,
Very much so. But the points went pretty much how I expected because it almost always is like, I'll trade with you, you trade with me. But Kennedy did leave me questioning for a second because pretty much immediately we see Joey and Hershey exchange points as the early outs. And then Suga, whom I thought Suga say she was going to wait till last to give anybody her points?
last or later, I think she was.
Okay.
I think she said in Untucked last week that she was going to wait a little bit. I think is
Yeah.
maybe like her words or like an abbreviation of that. Wait a little bit to see what was going to happen with points or something like that.
Yeah. So we see her give her point to Kennedy. Okay. And then Kennedy, I think it was I'm thinking it was probably her just putting on her producer hat of how do I stretch out this moment? Like even her saying like, let's go to commercial. Like she made Sugar sweat. Like that was
For
liquefied sugar by
no
the end of it.
reason. For no, that was liquefied cane sugar, agave syrup, like the nasty work by Miss Kennedy Davenport. I actually in the recap, go watch the recap that we did on the drag channel of this episode, if you want my full thoughts. But I do a pretty good impression of Kennedy in this moment. It's actually quite good. But I'm like, she's like, well, I could give it to this part or this or the producer or the cameraman or Wintergreen. And then there's Sugar. And I'm like, and then there's Sugar?
Yeah. But luckily, all is right in the world. Everybody has a point at least.
Good.
Yeah, good. Because this is a good group. Like, I'm kind of rooting for everybody at the same time. Like,
I literally, this is of all 6 of the brackets we've had across both All-Star seasons, this is my favorite overall bracket. I want all 6 of these girls to go through.
Yeah, I can see that. And it's funny because when we were doing the pink bracket, I actually was like, oh, this is my favorite bracket of all time. But they're already like maybe getting replaced by this one.
Yeah.
And I will say MVP for this episode, it starts out pretty early on. Hershey, when we see Sam really upset that Jasmine and Kennedy told her that she didn't win that lip sync. The next day, especially when Sam's talking about it again, Hershey in the confessional was cracking me up when she's like, I don't have time for these people in the top to be complaining about being in the top, be complaining about winning a lip sync.
Girl, like, you just won $10,000. What are we doing here? Genuinely, like, I love that Hershey is getting more time and the recognition that she deserves on this season. It's nice to see.
Mm-hmm. I absolutely agree. Did you know about Kennedy's seasoning?
Yes.
You
did?
We
talk about it. Yes, we talked about it in the recap. Yeah, I've known about it since like around season 7. I want to say one of the girls from season 7 talked about it on Hey Queen. I want to say it was like Pearl or Trixie or somebody. Or maybe Katya. One of the like tan with you girls, I actually think is who it was. But yeah, I've known about Kennedy seasoning for years, and they brought it up again on All Stars 3. But I was quite happy to hear about Kennedy seasoning again. I'm like, yes, bring out the seasoning. Thank you.
Wouldn't it just make everything taste the same, like the same flavor on everything?
Hey, but let's be honest here. We've heard so many girls from Drag Race talk about how the food is not seasoned. So would you rather have not seasoned? Well, okay. If you're not,
who are you asking?
Let me caveat here. If you're not David Healy, would you rather have unseasoned food or food that tastes like the same thing all the time?
I'll take plain boiled chicken, please.
Yeah, we know, David. No.
I would not have unseasoned boiled chicken at all.
Me and you both,
I wouldn't
Lana.
either. I wouldn't either.
Me and you both.
I like a little bit of crunch.
And I'm pretty sure, thank God for that. And I'm pretty sure her seasoning is like it's a specific blend that she makes. I'm pretty sure it's like a Creole style seasoning. I want to say I remember hearing about what's in it, but even the Drag Race Live girls talk about Kennedy's seasoning. So I was like, yes, the lore, I love it.
Yep. We did have another personal moment from Hershey, and to a degree, Kennedy, talking about her daughter. Her daughter's graduating pre-K and going into preschool. So I thought that was adorable. Like, you can tell, like, Hershey's got to be one of the best dads. Like, I love Hershey.
I love Hershey.
Should we talk about some rankings for this Rap and Roast? I will say everybody was good this Rap and Roast. So my rankings do not mean anybody was bad. personally because I enjoyed everybody. It was just kind of like having to decide like who was the best of the best. This was definitely better than last season's for me. But number 6 for me was Jasmine Kennedy. I did like her. I thought it was a little paint by numbers when it comes to the flow, like a little bit like blah 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 blah. Blah. But I really like the reads. She had good energy in there, and it was easy to understand her. Sometimes it can be like so fast paced that I'm missing things. I didn't miss anything with Jasmine, so it was very solid. But unfortunately, it was number 6 for me. Number 5 for me was Sam. It was better than I expected. Another person with good energy, solid reads. I think her only issue is that a few of her reads were not as memorable as some of the other queens, but still very solid for me. But it's kind of interesting. The top 2 from last week fell to the bottom 2 for me this week. But then number 4 overall for me was Suga. I thought it was very cutesy, but with attitude. Like she really did blend the two, like keeping the sugary like persona, but like just throwing in some subtle digs. I thought they were a little harsh with her on the judging. I was impressed. But number 3 for me, it was pretty close. Like this was a very close top 3 for me. I think no matter which way it went, I would have been happy. But for me, number 3 was Kennedy. And I know a lot of the internet is saying she was the best. But for me, I really like the old school vibe. Like she was delivering a different type of energy that none of the other queens had. And she just performed it really well too. It was strong out of the gate. Love the attitude. For me, I just think the reads themselves from my top 2 were just slightly better personally. But like I said, it was really close for me. Number 2, though, was Joey. I did not expect Joey to be as good as she was. Impressive flow. The reads were coming a mile a minute. It was like almost too many for me to catch, but everything I was catching, I'm like, wow, girl, lay into them. And the judges were just cracking up the whole time. I think she had the biggest response from the judges, which almost made it surprising when we got our results later on. But for me, number 1 was Hershey. It was just a vibe. Like she was taking her time with it too. Like it didn't feel rushed, but she was delivering brutal reads. She was the most cutting. I love the sunglasses the whole time. Her eyes just peeking above the sunglass. She just fit this vibe so well. So love this.
Lana. Oh.
She's got some food.
I just realized that. Yeah. So yeah, I go into depth on the recap, so go check that out. Ree and I talk a lot, and there's a lovely, beautiful rant about Drag Race fans if y'all want to check that out too. It's quite fun. But yeah, so my ranking was, I agree with you, David. I think everyone did really well in this challenge. A definite upgrade from the Rap and Roast on All Stars 10 that I think was also very good. I had Sam as my number 6, and I think she did a really good job. I just found her just a tad flat compared to everyone else in the actual performance and in the actual vocal of her rap. And for a similar reason, I have Suga at 5. I think she did good. I just think the other 4 for me were a lot stronger. I have Jasmine at number 4. I think, yeah, it was a little, I see your paint by numbers comment for sure, but I have not been able to get Jasmine Kennedy back again, this time with a little more estrogen, out of my head. Like it is become a vocal stim for me. And it's so good. I really, really loved it. I thought she did a really great job there. My number 3 is also Kennedy. I think she did a really great job. Her energy and her, her look was so different from everyone else. And I think that really helped her stand out in the way that I wanted, like looking even back to bracket 1, in the way that I wanted Mystique to stand out in that way, in that first challenge with such a unique look and a unique perspective. Kennedy was really able to kill it here and do that. Hershey was my number 2. It's very close between my top 3 as well, and I agree with you. I think I would have been very happy with any of these 3 winning. Hershey's like, okay, Rue, we got to have a conversation, and the flow was beautiful. Her reads were great. Like, I think she did such a great job. And my number 1 was Joey. I really think she took a huge risk by starting off the roast, and it paid off for her. You look like fish, angler.
Yes, that was good.
Call it a day. Call it a fucking day. I'm good. I'm so proud of Joey in this episode. I'm mad a little bit. I'm thrilled for the winners, but I'm proud of Joey. That's my girl. I'm proud of her.
Yeah. This is the second week in a row where I had her in my top 2.
Me too. I'm thrilled that Joey is doing so well in the competition because I knew she would. I'm just mad that we're going into week 3 and she has 1 fucking point. I'm like,
in a mini challenge win.
the first thing she's ever won on Drag Race, we'll take it, but doesn't count for anything in the Tournament of All-Stars, David. Other than her, $1,250 courtesy of Bike, and apparently a threesome with Suga, which is quite interesting because Joey is partnered and Suga is married. So who's getting left out? That's what I want to know.
Well, I don't know. My rankings, I don't have rankings. I didn't really rank this episode, honestly. Because at first I wasn't going to watch it because I'm like, rapping, roast, no, thank you. I just don't. I did, you hear certain words and it's like,
Sure.
But everybody did really well in this roast. If I had to rank really quickly, it would probably be Sam at 6, Sugar at 5, Jasmine Kennedy at 4.
You made me nervous for a second when you started.
No, not Kennedy, but Jasmine Kennedy at 4. Kennedy at 3. I think Joey J at 2, and then Hershey at 1. Now, I think that would be my ranking off the top of my head from what it is. I thought that was really, really good. I thought that everybody did a really good job. They just did a great job. The top 3 did far beyond and better than everyone else, but everybody did a good job.
I think for me, this is a great example of like maybe the quote unquote ideal Drag Race episode where like everyone does well in the challenge. Everyone looks great on the runway. There's a little bit of drama, but not too much drama. The guest judge is great. Rue looks great, minus the wig. The lip sync is incredible. Like, there's a contentious outcome where, like, a lot of people could have won. Like, those are all things, minus Rue's wig, that I want to see in a Drag Race episode. So I'm like, I had an absolute ball watching this episode. I loved it. I loved every bit of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm not going to go into all the details on the runway, but I'll just tell you I really like 4 of the looks especially. And those were Sam, Hershey, Jasmine, and Joey. Yeah, I think they were just above Suga, and Kennedy was definitely my least favorite. They were very generous to that look for me.
I will say I like Kennedy's look. I think there's the sheer amount of work that went into Kennedy's look is what makes it really great, because all of that beaded fringe is hand sewn on there. You can't run that through a machine. Those are hand sewn bugle beads. So I see what you mean. I see what you mean from someone that doesn't know the material. I can see where you're, and that's not shade. That's just,
No,
I know.
We'll be the first to say it. Totally. I'm judging on how it looks.
Of course. It was probably one of my least favorite as well, but the sheer amount of work that went into it, I'm like, I'll acknowledge that at least. So,
the lip sync.
Yes, the lip sync. It's an interesting one. Yeah, we get the Ladies Who Lunch by Elaine Stritch. and it is Hershey and Kennedy is the top two, which I'm happy about. I love them both. But I thought this was a really interesting lip sync. The interesting thing is, that they were expecting a comedy route when they picked this, and it felt like the judges were being very generous with their laughter early on, even when it wasn't fully earned. But I will say, for me, it was a slow build that started to earn the laughter by the end, specifically from Kennedy. I thought Kennedy was so funny, and she was really delivering a degree of stupid that she doesn't always deliver. Like she's so dignified most of the time, but when she needs to pull out the dumb, she's so good at it. Like surprisingly good at it. It like you forget how dumb she can get with her comedy sometimes. And I was surprised by how serious Hershey took this. Hershey didn't do bad, but I just felt like misaligned with what the intention of picking this as a lip sync song was for me. They were both good, but for me, it was absolutely Kennedy's win here. So I was very happy when she did win.
Yeah, I think I really loved this lip sync on both parts. Like it was very clear early on the way the judges were going to judge, and Kennedy was going to win. Like we knew that very early on. I think Hershey knocked this out of the park as well, to be honest with you. And like the interesting thing is, I'm a huge fan of Company, the musical that this comes from, and I'm a huge Elaine Stritch fan. So I was thrilled when this popped up. And seeing just the two completely different perspectives on this was really fun to see. But this is how Hershey performs. This is her bread and butter. Like she takes that song. She knew every word, every breath, every like millisecond of the song and took it there and went a very musical theater route with it, which I think is, maybe not necessarily what the judges expected, but I think is a very, very understandable route for this song. It's completely valid. I think we saw a level of dumb and stupid in Kennedy's lip syncing we've never seen Kennedy do in a lip sync on Drag Race. And I loved it. I loved every bit of it. So yeah, I think Kennedy won, but Hershey certainly was right there for me.
What do you think, Lana? You are muted.
So I thought it was an interesting choice of a song. It's very drag race ish. The fact that they did that, I think they wanted, like you said, to go the comedy route, and both of them did. But I thought it was so good because it was so unique and so different, and they both performed it really well, really really well for the comedy of the aspect. They both had the comedy part down. I thought Jasmine was just a little bit more,
Kennedy.
she was just more, and so I appreciated her. I really did. I thought it was fun. I think Hershey did a great job, amazing job. But if it had to come down to it just came down to who made them laugh, who made Rue laugh the most, and it was Kennedy. You couldn't do it. It's nothing you could do about that. But I will say, Hershey looked so good on that stage. Like she looked good, and her bright chocolate brown silks. She looked good.
So good.
She looked good. Her makeup was good. She looked good. She looked like my auntie. She looked like somebody in my family. Like she looked good. And then Kennedy looked like my aunt Mary back in her day. And look, we all have them. Everybody got that person in our family.
And you know what, Lana? Representation matters.
It matters. It does.
Representation matters. On this day after, this weekend after Juneteenth, representation matters. No.
It is what it is. We all have those family members who just look, who drinks a lot, and she looks like her. But yeah, it was really good. It was really, really good. I enjoyed it, and yeah.
I'm sad we only have one more week with this bracket. I need more. I need more of these girls.
I mean, it's good for her. It's good. It's good representation the day out on Juneteenth, and yeah, I love that. I love this for us. I love this for them, and
I do
yeah,
love that the top two was an all black top
of
two on
course
the
on
episode airing
Juneteenth.
on Juneteenth. I
On
do love that.
Juneteenth.
Like, did I want Joey in the top? Of course I did. Am I okay with it because Joey was okay with it and also because it was Juneteenth? Of course, obviously. I just want better for Joey J. Give Joey a win. She deserves it.
Yep. I think it's almost an advantage to not get a win early on because I think you're less likely to get points handed to you. So it might help that she can probably get points handed in consecutive episodes and then maybe swipe in with a win in episode 3, maybe.
I mean, we know it's going to be the acting or improv based challenge, which isn't a challenge Joey did all that well in on season 13, but we know she's funny. So
very funny.
Very, very funny. So, but there's also a lot of funny bitches in this bracket. So we'll see.
Yeah. Man, yep. Kennedy and the Bachelor, it was all-time funny.
Baby.
Well, we didn't talk about RuPaul's Drag Race, so let's talk about Solo Las Más.
I need to know what y'all think about it because I go watch our recap. Eduardo and I are talking about it on the drag channel. So please go check it out. But I need to know what y'all are thinking about it because I loved the premiere.
Okay. Yeah, I did listen to your podcast and I actually, I disagreed with you all on quite a few things.
Okay. I love it.
But I will say personally, I'm waiting for it to get good. Because for me, I was super underwhelmed with this talent show. This talent show did nothing for me. I think even the best person was okay. And the runway, I don't think it's matching up to what I come to expect from Más Draga, except for one person. One person blew it out of the water for me. And it wasn't even close for me for the other people. But yeah, I'm like, okay, one person brought my like what I expect from the show. Everybody else needs to step it up. But yeah, I do think the personalities are interesting. It seems like there's some built-in tension. I'm like, okay, we clearly see who they like, who they don't like. Immediately, Mr. Boo seems to be kind of somebody that people are looking at with side eye. And even Deseos, I feel like people aren't loving her on the show. And I feel like people are going to go off of friendships and alliances more than what people are bringing to the challenges. So it's going to be very interesting. That's my overview before I get into more specific details. Lana, I don't know if you had any overall thoughts on the premiere.
I watched it. Not that impressed yet. But that's how I started Solo Las Más last year. I started out not really being impressed with everybody from the beginning. And so it was like, okay, let's get into it. Let's wait it out. Let's see. I'm open-minded. I'm still gonna watch it. I'm still gonna check it out. But let's get into it. Yeah, the talent show did nothing for me. I was not impressed with the talent show. I didn't understand it. I didn't like it that much. But I'm not impressed by many talent shows on Drag Race or Los Solo Las Más or any drag show. Just not into the talent show.
I mean, do we come to La Más Draga for talent?
No, we come for the fashion. We come for the runways, and that is what I'm here for. I'm here for the romance. The drama, the fashion.
Could you imagine if we were here for romance? We were here last season for the romance between Nyla and Detox. So,
but no, we're not here for the romance, but we're here for the fashion. We're here for the drama, and I think that will come with time. That will come
This
with time.
this reminds me of a funny thing. I have to call out Logan since they're here. But I was listening to the cast assessment, and whenever you were talking about the Kylies,
Yes.
you were saying um, that the only thing that she could have improved on in her initial season that might have given her the win is if she had better runways. And I'm like, Logan, this show is 90% runways.
Yeah, I'm aware.
So
I said what I
you're
said.
saying Katniss just needed the other 90%.
Yeah.
And she could have won.
100%. I said what I said. Thank you for recognizing that.
Yeah. Let me quickly run through my rankings for the talent show. I'm not going to go in much detail at all.
Oh, I'm not ranking the talent show, by the way.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. You might find some hot takes, especially my least favorite for the talent show was Hidden Mistake.
Not a hot take.
I was not impressed with the vocals, and it was boring.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Then next was Deseos. I didn't get most of the impersonations. There's only 2 people I knew. I mean, other 3, including the impression of herself. It just kind of fizzled. Peke, the dancing was cutesy. Like, it was pinata of herself. It was fine. It was okay. It didn't do much for me. Here's a hot take. Lakailis.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I thought the dancing was fine. Like, I can tell that's just not. She's not a dancer.
Mm-hmm.
It was fine. I liked the booty shaking more than anything else, and she looked a little nervous, but it wasn't bad. Then next was Lupita doing an original song. It's very paint by numbers talent show. I hated the look to start, just like you, like the silver thing she was wearing.
Her disgusting gray hospital gown that then revealed into another gross dress where you could still see the hospital gown under it. Yeah, it was bad. It was really bad.
Yeah, and didn't she skip a tube? Like, there were 3 tubes, but she only used 2 of them to do reveals. So
girl, I don't
maybe
remember.
She gave up. For me, number 4 was Rahina. She was lip syncing, or she was doing like Selena number. Yeah. Which, I mean, she looked like her, and she picked some good songs. She started off slow, then brought in the energy. So I thought it was good. It was good. Juana was number 3 for me. Spoken word. I thought it was really interesting. Like, it was a good metaphor, like having her, like, combining her life and her struggles with the sewing. I thought that was good. Good touch there. For me, I guess this is a super hot take, but Raga was number 2. I thought it was an interesting concept. I like the princess of it. The storybook I thought was really cool set to it as well. I just wish she had done more than just pull out like flags. Like, I was expecting a little bit more with that. It just kind of faded by the end. Honestly, I might drop her below Juana, come to think about it. But for me, number 1 was Miss Taboo. Creepy imagery. All the people underneath the plastic. There was an intensity to it that I really enjoyed. Sure, it's not quite what I would expect from these kind of shows. I wanted a little bit more, but I was still entertained by her, so that was enough to make her number 1.
Yeah, I think like, we didn't rank them obviously in the recap. I don't think having Draga that high is that hot of a take. I really liked Draga's talent. I probably would have had her like around 4th, I think, if I was judging. Because I really liked the visuals, and I thought I thought her song was also really nice, and like there was a lot of really good comedy to it, and that's what Draga does as well. But yeah, she's probably like higher end of the middle of the pack for me.
Okay, fair.
I just the voting was also just fucked. Where like I think everyone should have been in the bottom for the other category that they were. Right. Like, yeah.
For La Más Diva, my rankings really quickly once again. Another hot take, I think. Like Kylie's was my least favorite, but that was more because I could see the dress, I could see the wig before she revealed into it, and I want the mystery factor. But then next was Lupita. It was a showgirl look, and we've seen lots of showgirl looks. I like my showgirl looks big. I don't like it kind of small and basic. Then Peke was number 7 for me. Yeah. I like the kind of gender bending aspect with the suit and the mustache. But I didn't really like it as much after the reveal, and I didn't really get the characters that she was going for. Then we had Miss Taboo. I like the idea behind this with the Day of the Dead and the candle kind of melting on her face, but yeah, the makeup was a little bit crunchy. This is another hot take. Next would be Hidden Mistake for me. Yeah, I thought she had a great figure, but the tulle that she was wearing in the first look was just kind of hiding it for me. And I wanted to see kind of the curves that she had showing off. It looked a lot better after the reveal, but there was like some lumpy areas. I just like that you could tell that she put a lot of time into this look. So yeah, I still liked it. Then we had Juana. She holds up props. That's her thing. She did that in her first season. I thought the fabric and the texture was really interesting. I think I expected a little bit more from her. But the reveal into the lingerie with that full body figure, I thought that was great. For me, surprisingly, was number 3 was Deseos. I thought this was a pretty sleek black dress with the blue bow in the background. I didn't mind the makeup as much as you did with the different shade of blue. It didn't detract from me. I heard you talking about that on the podcast.
Yeah.
For me, number 2 was Raga again. She was in my top 2, both categories. But it was mainly for that first look. I thought that was really good with the suit and the hat covering the face with the eye holes. I thought that was really cool. Yeah, she took a long time to do the reveal, but it sped up for us, so I didn't notice too much. And I thought the second look was fine, but I didn't think it was as bad as you all did. But for me, number 1 by far was Regina with this half man, half woman look in black and white. And we've seen looks like this where it's half man, half woman. I think this might be my favorite that I've seen of this.
Work.
It was incredible. Her makeup was so great. Like, this is the polish that I expect from an all-star for Más Draga. So by far my favorite thing of the entire episode was this look.
Totally.
I didn't have a ranking because I didn't really have a chance to do that. But my favorite was the black and white look, the half man, half woman look. I think that was so good, and it just flowed, had a nice balance, and I just found it very, very, very attractive. And I thought that was the best. And I think my worst was Kylie's. I think because of that same reason. I saw the wig because I was like, is that, like, I literally watched it over again just to make sure. I'm like, is that black underneath it? And then when she took off, I was like, oh, okay, that was the wig.
Yeah.
And the dress was a little lumpy, and you could see the dress. It was a lot going on with that. But I think if she had more time, she could have perfected it to make it look better. But it just didn't do it for me. So that's my best, then my worst.
I think it's interesting with Kylie's as well. I at least appreciate, I think I said this in the recap, I don't remember. I at least appreciated that she went for a reveal, because reveals are not easy to do on La Más Draga, and B, went with 2 very different characters and started in a character that is not super, not super like her. So I at least appreciated that, we can tell she's already stepping out of her comfort zone and stepping out of what she did on season 6. Yes, the first look was not nearly as successful. I definitely agree with that. But there's at least improvement there. There's a little bit. So, we'll see as the weeks go on where the runways land with Kylie's. But yeah, I'm hoping so. I'm hoping for good things for her, because you can tell that her performance ability on the runway has improved, and that much I like, at least. So
yep, she's more likable too.
She's away from Borga, so yeah, she's more likable.
It's funny to me. It's funny to me that you like her because to me, when I think back to her season, it gives me very much like Mistress Isabel and Georges, just kind of their like
Ooh.
toxic, like feeding on each other kind of bullies.
You're not wrong. Period. That's all.
I'm about to say, I want to see how you go justify this because you're not wrong.
Let me think about.
No,
you're
right.
no,
You're not wrong.
Yep.
I think the difference maker, if I had to say one, is just that, like, honestly, there's less, like, from season 6, there's less competitiveness directly with that season. And so, yeah, Kylie's and Porga were coming after people, but it was, like, the shady way, whereas Mistress is just a bad person.
I felt like they went hard on Electra.
I think they went hard, just as hard on their seat. Look here. This is the justification we can use. Perga and La Kylie's is on a Mexican show, and Mistress and Georges is on an American show. Period. There we go. That's the difference. That's the justification. I don't know. It's really not.
I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it.
Braces were on too tight, so she was just slashing out. Now she doesn't have the braces. Or
the crutch holding onto her, or the little pest dragging along on her coattails, getting 9th,
well,
or 10th, or whatever it was that she got on, whatever Porga got on season 6. Anyway, I feel I'm going to a different point. As I had one thing to say about what David said about Hidden, and then we'll move on because I love Hidden. This is not the drag she typically does, as you probably can tell from her entrance look. Because she's House of Art.
Yes, which is why my expectations are super high for her.
I'm glad she stepped out of her comfort zone for this runway. I'm really happy to see something. And it was going to be difficult for her to not step out of her comfort zone. I think it's just really difficult that this was the first runway of the season. Like, so outside of her comfort zone. I think the more you see of Hidden, the more you're going to be really, really impressed, because she is y'all's type of drag queen.
Okay.
In the way that she is mine too. Like, she is the Seifer, the Calypso, the Onk. Like, she is that style of Mexican drag queen, and she is spectacular. She was a hidden finalist on her original season for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
Like
because of her name.
truly. But no, I think there's just a lot of really good personality. They cast for great fashion and great drama this season, and we're gonna see it. I have really good faith.
Okay.
Yeah. The judging, though, I did agree with Regina and Miss Abu getting the gold stars. The pink stars, I was fine with. Like, they were not my number 2, like Kylie's and Hidden Mistake, but I was fine with it. They were more in my middle for each of those categories. But when we get to the voting, I knew that these were going to be shady bitches, and they were not going to play fair.
No.
It did not go how I expected, though. I actually thought they were going to put Juana in the bottom because I felt like Juana might not be meshing as well with the clique as everybody else. But I was kind of shocked. Lupita being in the bottom, that wasn't shocking to me. She was perfectly fine this episode, nothing special. But Raga, I did not agree with. And Regina, I definitely did not agree with. Like, that was insane. I know that it was for the talent and not for the look. But how do you get a gold star and still get voted to be up for elimination, in quotes?
Because that's solo Las Más for you.
Piss me off.
Uh-huh.
So the results. Let's talk about it. I don't really want to, but yeah. The results are the results. I'm just, y'all know I'm very annoyed and I'm frustrated with how this is turning. This is turning out the look how they're framing this and doing it. But I don't know.
Yeah.
This week wasn't it for me. I wasn't into it, and I was just bored, and I was just like, and then when the results came, and I was like, well, okay.
Well, it was a horrible lip sync song, by the way.
Yeah, that too.
What are you supposed to do with this lip sync song?
Sway back and forth and know the words. And unfortunately, none of them could do either of those things.
Okay, who didn't know the words? Was it Raga?
Raga didn't know the words, and Lupita knew like 80% of the words, which is why Regina should have won the lip sync.
Yeah, she was clearly the best.
Absolutely.
So when Lupita, I thought I had misunderstood, and I was like, wait, getting a black star is good because that means you're still around, and the third person is just automatically out. I was trying to figure out how Lupita was the outlier here. Yeah, crazy results, and it's making me nervous.
I don't like it. I didn't like it. I don't like it. I'm not gonna like it. Because I don't understand. Like what you said, like Regina being in this bottom three never should have been the case in the first place. It never. I don't think so, but
I don't think
know.
that ever happened on the first season. So I think I don't remember offhand, but
I don't think so.
I'm gonna check it really quick.
Because she even said something about like, "Oh, I'm the first person to do this to get two different stars."
Right.
So, I don't know.
Yeah,
but,
I'm
ready for some news.
I mean, yeah, because
this is what I've been excited to talk about.
Me too.
Honestly, it is what it is. So let's get into the news. So the official or rumored cast for All Stars 12 is out.
Yes.
And let's talk about it.
Oh, bye, Logan.
I'm here. No. Y'all ain't gonna get rid of me for this one.
You can't talk about it.
No. If anyone should be allowed to talk about this cast here, it's me.
Maybe. This is our show. So.
We've interviewed one of the, if not the front runner of this cast. So
I've met half of this cast. Fuck off. No,
it doesn't matter. Here we go. The rumored cast is here. It's a great cast. I will say it's a really, really, really good cast of humans, and I can't wait to talk about it. So coming in first, we do have Lady Camden, which very happy.
That's our bestie, Lana.
That's our bestie. That is our bestie. Q, Mirage, Corey King, Lana Del Rey.
No.
That's something unusual and uniquely different for her.
Yes,
that's also that's a very unique and different name for her too, Lana.
Look, Lana Del Rey. Yeah.
No,
I know what I said, Logan. I know what I said. Because I want it to be uniquely different. Lana Del Rey. I know who she is. I just want it to be different. You know what? We're going to have to let you go.
Okay.
Athena Dion is here. Tempest, I don't know her.
Tempest du jour.
Logan knows her.
I do.
Well,
Logan knows her very well.
I do.
Oh, wow. Okay, I didn't know.
I'll talk about it shortly as soon as you're done.
Dahlia Sin is there. Lux Noir London. Lux Noir London is here. Plain Jane is here. Joella is here. And Vita Vonti's Star is here. You all seem very excited, so I'm going to let you talk about it.
Tempest! That's mostly what I have to say about this cast. That's my hometown girl, Lana.
I didn't know.
Yeah. That is Tucson representing, back on Drag Race. Thank you, Joey J. The doors, I'm going to say you've opened. I'm gonna be real honest. No, I am very good friends with Tempest. I see her like at least once or twice a month perform. I'm so beyond fucking happy for Tempest. Like I've seen her level up her drag in the last couple of years. For cue Kelly Clarkson a moment like this. I'm so thrilled for her. I think this is a gorgeous opportunity for her to come back. She will be, I think, breaking her own record. As now, I think the oldest person to have competed on All Stars. I think Charlie Hides broke her record when she went on, and now Tempest will be breaking, I think it's Kasha's. I think Kasha is currently the oldest queen to have been on All Stars, if I had to take a guess. Yeah. And now Tempest, I believe 58, will be the oldest queen to have competed on an All-Star season.
Wait a second. Vivacious.
She's 54. So she'll be breaking
I thought she was 60.
No, she's 54. Yeah. So she'll be breaking Vivacious's record of a year, which is fine. No, I'm so beyond happy for Tempest. She deserves this. As someone that just started drag as well here in Tucson, I think this is going to be a really great boost for the Tucson drag community, which I think is really great. I think the Arizona drag community has needed a really great boost the last couple of years. And with Joey being back on All Stars now and killing it, I know for a fact Tempest is there right now killing it. I know for an absolute fact she is killing it. But since I have to talk about people other than Tempest, obviously Corey I'm very excited for, Lana I'm very excited for, Vita I'm quite excited for, Lady Camden of course. I think this cast is really great, and I think the shakeup to the format as well. I'm quite excited to see how this change is gonna work out for people, because I think this is actually gonna play in the favor of some people like Tempest, like Vita, like Lux, even because with a bit of a longer format, I think it could be beneficial for some girls. I'm excited.
Yeah, it's funny because I had just suggested this format to you, and you're like, "Oh, that's what they're doing."
literally. Yeah. So allegedly,
I had no
everything is
idea.
alleged information. It says so on screen. Allegedly now they've switched the format to 2 brackets, 4 episodes for each bracket, and then a 4-episode merge. So it'll still be a 12-episode season, but we'll get a little bit more time with each girl, with each of the girls. And with the girls that don't make it through the bracket. I think this change is very nice. I like the format we've had for 10 and 11. I'm glad we're switching it up for 12.
Yeah, me too. I do wish it felt a little bit more even because I feel like the top bracket is more competitive. It's pretty much all people that went far or suffered a horrible lip syncing accident early on in Mirage.
Or a horrible lip syncing makeout accident in Corey.
Fair. But like I feel like what did 5 of these queens make it further than 4 of the queens in the bottom bracket, if I'm not
because you've got finalist 4th, second out, 9th, 6th, and 9th in the first bracket. And then you've got first out, finalist, second out, 10th.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, it's going to be interesting. I think there's some clear front runners. Like if I had to guess now, lock Lady Camden in no matter what. Like I think it's her competition to lose here. But those other spots, like if 3 people are going in from that first group, I think Q has a good shot. I think Q's really well rounded. I'm the biggest Q fan among the three of us. I know she's not popular with everybody, which it's going to be interesting because I get Q and Athena. I think they have a lot of similarities, so it's going to be interesting to see them interact. But I think Lady Camden, Q, and Corey would be my front runners among that top group.
Yeah.
Especially because I think they're going to they're going to want Corey and Plain on the same season, and then once I get to the merge at least. So that second group though, it feels like Lux and Plain are kind of locked in there, and it's really going to be a fight for the third spot. I could be wrong, but it really does feel like it could be a fight for that third spot. And on paper, I know a lot of people think Vita, like she seems like that third one. For me, I'm not convinced because I like Vita. I just don't know if she's well-rounded enough because she's really, really good at sewing. And then everything else, she's okay at.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping she can be a little bit more consistent on this, but I certainly wouldn't mind a surprise person sneaking into that third spot. If it's Tempest, Dahlia, Joella, anybody. Lux is the one I'm invested in that second group, though.
I was going to say, I do seem to think that maybe, Plain and Lux, are the immediate favorites. I actually think other than Lux, I think the most well-rounded person in that bracket might be Tempest du Jour, honestly. She's hilarious. She's a seamstress. She's been doing drag for 25, 30 years. She's got the experience under her belt. If she can go in and replicate some of the success that some of the early out girls have had and making RuPaul laugh and being memorable to RuPaul, I think there's a genuine shot for her to make it through. And I think with it being 4 episodes, I think it really is going to depend on what challenges this second bracket has. Because if there's a good amount of comedy and acting challenges, lock her in. She's still a theater professor. She's actively working still in theater and in costuming. So I'm really looking forward to it. I think Joella is a really cool wild card kind of, maybe not the wild card pick, probably not. But I think Joella's a really fun pick for this cast. I wouldn't necessarily expect Joella, but I'm really happy Joella is here. I quite enjoy her. She provides really great entertainment value, and she is a really strong queen that just, I don't think got the recognition that she deserved on season 17. Because that cast is just stacked. And as you can see, 3 of them are already back on All Stars. 4 of them, if you include Butthole. So, the fact that 4 girls from season 17 have already returned is testament to just how crazy that cast is.
With us 5, because Sam.
Oh my God, 5 girls, 5 season 17 girls. But
yeah. I just hope, Joella, I hope it's not all about the mattress and referencing that nonstop.
Please, no, I don't. And I hope there's not enough.
And Fierce Brock Ally.
No Fierce Brock Ally, no mattresses, no Mirage crying, no, that's my real hair, girl. No Shake That Ice, no dropping babies out of her vagina from Tempest, no Burger Finger. Y'all just move past that shit, please. Yep. I want new things for All Stars, please.
You get one reference and that's it.
Thank
and
you.
It should be the entrance. That should be your only reference of choice. It should be everybody's callback should happen during the entrance and then never again to be seen again on the show.
It should be in your confessional in the entrance. Hi, I'm Q. This is my real hair. I'm from season 16. Boom. Da-da-da. There we go. Problem solved.
Done.
Lana, what do you think of this cast? I'm real curious.
I like this cast of people. I think it's very interesting. It's not as eclectic as I like it to be with, a lot of different girls from different seasons, but it's enough. It's enough. And I think they are, and I still love me some Vita Von Teese. star. I still love her. I know she's not, she didn't show herself as much in her season, but I do believe if anybody is able to come back and do it, it's her. And
I agree.
so I think she should come out, and like we know she's gonna give us looks, but we and everybody knows that is now like, what else are you going to give us? And I think she's going to do really well because the time she took off of, well, from the show to now, and whenever they start filming for this, she had enough time. She's traveled, she's done more shows, she's got a time to get her, herself underneath. But I still love her. It's going. I think the two that I loved the most in that season was her and Athena. So I'm very glad that they are back. Um, I wanted to see more Lux London, Noir London. From her season, I thought she was really, really good. Like really, really good, and I think she's going to do really good things. Lady Camden, I agree. I think this is her show to lose. But
She's the only top two person here.
which is
Yeah.
which is great, but it's also very frightening because since she is the only top two person in there, it's like, mm, do we want to? Are the girls going to play fair? Is it going to be fair? Is it going to be a thing?
You're sitting in that bracket with Corey, Lana, and Athena. That ain't gonna be fair at all. That is
I just
not
think
going to
it's
be anything close to fair.
yeah. I
The
do.
Ginger Minger.
They will
Right.
have to. They will have to. But if she shows herself undeniable, you can't
Yeah.
stop it. So
Yeah.
she's possibly going to do that. I am interested in to know uh uh Dahlia and Tempest. I don't know them, so I'm interested to know more about them. I'm sure they have to be good to get on the show, and so they're very that's my only open book in this in this
Yeah.
whole card of people. Like I've been around now. I know these people. I
I'm
know
like
these seasons.
Lana knows 10 out of 12.
I
Work.
know, which is crazy when it was the other way around. Like the last All Stars, like, oh,
Yeah.
I don't know this, I don't know this, I don't know them. But now I know them, so I'm very excited to see how Tempest and Dahlia play out in this season. And now I get to watch them, so that's always a place for me. I think I love, and of course Lana Jarre. Hello, duh,
I was
that's
gonna
me.
I was gonna say as well, I think in the way that they're gonna want Corey and Plain to make the merge together, I think they're gonna want Lana and Lux to make the merge together as well.
Oh
Because
yeah,
that's drag mother, drag daughter.
didn't even think about that.
Yeah,
Because Lana is Lux's drag daughter. So I really think I think there could be the potential there. And I love seeing them on the same cast together in the way that I love seeing Corey and Plain on the same cast here. I think it would have been a really cute opportunity, actually, because Dahlia comes from the same original drag house as both Candy Muse and Aja.
mm.
Maybe not bring. I wouldn't have minded Aja back immediately because I loved her on 10. But it would have been a cool opportunity to see her with either Aja or Candy on this season. Like, I think it would have been fun.
Well,
I
that
think
brings
it.
up something interesting. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
That brings up something interesting about this cast
Hmm.
that I read recently. This is the first time since All Stars 2 where everybody's on an even playing field of this is their second time. There's
Yep.
nobody back for a third or fourth time. So
It's a
interesting.
really peculiar cast in that way. I'm quite excited. I think there's a variety of skill sets within the brackets, and then even like looking at all 12 girls across the board. It's a very eclectic cast, and like you said, Lana, not as many seasons represented necessarily, but enough. Like I think almost every style of drag is represented, so you're gonna get a little bit of everything. And
Mhm.
you've got the older queens, you've got the comedy queens, you've got the fashion girls. It's a really well put together cast, all things considered. Now there's one girl that didn't make the cast and I'm upset about it. And if she had to be removed so that Tempest could be on, selfishly I'm okay with it. If she didn't make it, allegedly Dita Ritz was on this cast for half a second.
Oh.
Finally. And the last rumor was that Dita was off and Tempest was on. So selfishly, I'm thrilled. But also put Dita Ritz back on Drag Race, please, for the love of God. Maybe not on this cast. I'm gonna be real honest. Like, I think Dita deserves a different cast with a different energy. I don't think this is the energy of the kind of cast for Dita. In the way that, like, there's a lot of young girls, and I'm really excited to just see Tempest and Athena just mother all season and just be the grouchy, like the second coming of the bitter old lady brigade. Honestly, like if they both make the merge, I would love to see them just bitter old lady brigade in the like in the corner together. It'd be really fun.
Well, I'm very excited. I can't wait to see it. All Stars 12. Here we go. Let's get it going. Let's pop it.
Filming right now.
Right now. So I'm very excited. I'm very excited about it. Let's do it. Our last bit of the segment of the show. It's our love chat.
And I'm not loving much of anything.
This you can like for the romance.
It's very light on the romance in Love Island USA. This is more. It's not Love Island. It's Couples Island. I think people have lost the plot of the show. We have drained. Well, we didn't do. We're not doing it. We're not doing it. We're not doing it. This week, it was more of the same. Like
it was bad. It was
this
bad,
week was
Lana.
more of the same. It was literally, we have couples, we break the couples up, and then we put the couples back together again. Like, it's more of the same. It was nothing. It was just nothing. It was a week of nothing burger, and I was very sad about it. I thought we were going to have a good week, but I'm okay. I'm all right with this week. I have come to peace with this week because I'm ready for next week. And so I've come to peace and come to terms with this week. We lost Gabrielle and Soul.
Boo!
I don't like it.
Tomato!
But here's the thing. I don't think it was the wrong choice on either of their parts. Because I am here. I understand why the boys got rid of Soul. I understand why they got rid of Soul. She came in, nobody was, really feeling her, wanted to go further with her. So yeah, she's somebody who could just, she was just there. Now, do I think she deserved it? I really wanted her to stay. I wanted her to stay. I wanted her to go on and be able to find love because these people were obviously not it. But put her out of her misery, thank you, because nobody was talking to her. Not the girls, not the guys. Nobody was talking to her. She wasn't really hitting it
Jen
off
was.
with Jen was, but like, yeah, that's it. And it's like, ooh, why would you? I didn't want to be like, man, but I have to whack them. I have to be honest. The girls are lame for not talking to her. The girls are officially lame. All of them, even my favorites, are officially lame for not speaking with her and wanting her in this villa because I don't know. Were y'all threatened by her? Are y'all gonna treat all bombshells that way? Are we just going to not talk to anybody who comes in? That's lame. That's just lame. That's juvenile. That's disgusting. And so I really gonna get on the girls on this, and I'm gonna get on the guys on this because y'all were super closed off. She said nothing wrong. What she said when she left was absolutely right. Y'all are coupled up. Y'all are booed up and wifed up, and y'all wasn't trying to talk to her. Like, none of the guys tried to talk to her except Gabrielle and Sincere. And Sincere lied to her the whole time. He didn't tell her, like, hey, I am still interested in Melody. He was trying to make her be like the center of the room. And that's just not the case. The center of the universe when you have somebody else, but also Sincere is wrong, but so wasn't you ain't blind, girl. You ain't blind. You knew coming in he was had this tumultuous relationship with Melanie, and he was probably gonna always be with Melanie. You put yourself in that situation. I think all of them were wrong. All of them were right. All of them had, well, yeah, they just weren't there. And for the girls, I understand why they put Gabrielle out because number one, I too would have put him out because he have all you doing is having sex every night. I want to sleep. We only get a few hours of sleep every night, and we can every night we can.
Oh, oh,
Like,
Who's making
okay,
macaroni?
dude,
and
get
that's
over
about
it. Like,
that's all, and that's as long as he takes.
4 hour we get very limited amount of sleep. We don't need you to be hearing it. But was he playing the game? Yes. Because was he exploring different options? Yes. Was
Yes.
did people put him with Jen? He wasn't trying to leave Bea. He ended up, having to say goodbye, but that's not on his part. It's because America put them with Jen. So he was just doing what he was playing the game how it was presented to him. So I don't think he should have gone, but honestly, he wasn't really given much either. So him leaving, it ain't
Yeah.
that big of a deal. It's just all of it is crazy.
Love
Ugh,
Island season 8 is crazy.
it's
Like,
crazy, but it's boring and it's all amount to nothing. It's a nothing burger of a show, and yeah, that's just it.
I'll make my thoughts short, sweet, and to the point. What Lana said.
Period.
Okay.
Literally what Lana said.
Period.
Meanwhile, I'm higher on this season this week.
Oh no, go
But
ahead.
yeah, I think for me, it's because I like the Couples Island. I view the show differently than you all, and I guess a lot of the other fans. Where I like for people to show loyalty. I like to show them that they show their partners that they like each other and they want to stick with each other. That's appealing to me. Seeing people's heart get broken that I liked, that's not appealing to me. Seeing how quickly somebody shows their cheater colors, that's not appealing to me. Seeing how quickly somebody moves on and starts getting blowjobs from somebody right after the girl that they had a great connection with left, that's not appealing to me. So overall, I started to like a lot of the people more this week. I like the passion that some of them are showing, even if they're unpopular with these two here. Yeah, I don't know. It's winning me over in this week.
Okay.
I mean, here's the thing though. It's not. I don't mind loyalty. I don't
Yeah.
mind the loyalty. I just don't want I mean, I want the loyalty. Don't. I
Yeah.
don't like the loyalty so fast. I don't want you bogged down when this is 6 week show
Yeah.
and you came to experience the island, the girls, the boys on the island, and you taking it like they were. It wasn't even 2 weeks. They weren't even coupled up. They were coupled up and they were locked in week one. Locked in week one. I haven't even talked to everybody in the island, and I'm locked in week one. Is crazy to me. But
Is that
different
who
stroke.
usually wins?
No, that is not
Because
who you. No,
the
it's
two
not who.
seasons I've seen, that the winners were coupled up immediately from episode one.
No, that's not the 2 seasons. Well, season 6 they did that. They had, but they wouldn't even. They coupled up the beginning, and they ended up breaking up and then getting back together. I'm just saying, there's no test, and they hadn't had tests. The only person who had a test in this whole relationship thing and this whole thing was Sincere and Melody, and they had a test. Everybody else kind of didn't. Even when Caleb came in and took Kenzie from Corbin, like they said, girls kind of gave Kenzie to Caleb. They kind of shipped him off with Caleb, and then it didn't work, and so she's back with Caleb, and that wasn't like.
Yeah.
I think if they would have left and had open communication, throughout the week. And still I think everybody should open communicate, but I don't know. I didn't enjoy everything. I didn't enjoy everything. But I enjoyed who I enjoyed. And the couples I enjoyed them. I don't know.
I think I share a lot of Lana's points. I think the thing is, I agree with you, David. I like loyalty. I like seeing the couples form their connections. I really like seeing that development. Once we've had a little bit more, back and forth, once there's a little bit more, exploring options, once it's, week 3, week 4, it's the immediacy with which they've, locked things off immediately, like Lana said. That's kind of the thing that really has me a little like, I'm a little just like confused by this season in a lot of ways. It's like, okay, y'all could do that and that's fine, and that is just how some connections go, and it's not inherently a bad thing that they're doing this. I just think as a Love Island like a bigger Love Island fan, I just would have liked to see a little bit more back and forth going into Casa Amor next week, because it just doesn't feel like there's any stakes. I don't feel like anyone other than I personally don't feel like anyone other than the couples that are already coupled up, or any other than the people that aren't already coupled up, are going to come back with anyone new. And so I think I think we're going to have Casa Amor, and it's just going to be absolutely boring, and all of these people are going to come in for literally no reason.
I don't know. I don't know about that, because I do think I think 3 or 4 people are going to come back with people. I do. I think my predictions for coming back from Casa is going to be Zach is going to bring somebody back. Zach is going to bring somebody back. Kayla's going to bring somebody back. Caleb,
Yep.
of course, and Jen, of course. Um,
Sincere.
I think somebody else.
I think KC is going to bring somebody back. I think Anaya is going to bring somebody back.
I don't think Anaya will.
Me neither.
I do, because honestly, after in Friday's episode, I think she does. I think she realizes I can't put all my eggs in his basket. And I think that is going to be a reason why she's going to bring it back. They're going to test. They're going to have it. Honestly, I think the only person who does not bring somebody back is Trinity and Bryce. I don't think they're going to bring anybody back. I think they're going to stick it out. But everybody else could bring somebody. Now, Melanie might not bring anybody back, but I think Sincere does.
Yep.
I don't think Corbin and Kenzie are going to bring anybody back personally. I think they're so into each other. I think they're the hottest like for each other at this moment of anybody.
I think Corbin does, but only because he wants to. Yeah, they're falling. They said they're falling for each other. I think Corbin does because he's wired that way. He's wired. He's a 22-year-old boy who is looking for that. He's going to get because Zach is going to talk most of these men into doing this thing. I think Zach is the one. He's evil. And Logan, I want you to picture who we think Zach is going to be. Zach is Kendall.
100%.
Zach is Kendall. Zach is Kendall. He might not come back with nobody, or he might do, but he is Kendall. You don't know him. He's season 6, David. But Kendall, he is going to go over there and going to hype these boys up into bringing people back as a test, and it's going to blow up in all their face. It's going to. Now, they're going to probably end up with the girl who they was with in the first place. These Casa girls are going to be collateral damage.
Yep.
Unless they find somebody who is just all of that. But he's Kendall.
Is Charlie like that too?
No, Charlie's
no,
nothing like that.
I genuinely, and I feel the same way about Love Island UK. I have never seen brothers who act so completely differently on Love Island in my entire existence. Because Charlie, I adore. I think Charlie is lovely. Zach is evil personified, and I need him out the fucking villa because I think he's trash.
Yeah. What's interesting for me with Zach, I was going to talk about this later, but I found it interesting early in the week. He seemed to almost be preparing for Kata to open herself to being tested and exploring, because he talked about like not wanting to move too quickly because he doesn't want to get hurt if she moves on to something. But then they went to the hideaway, and afterwards it seemed like he had the same thought, except reversing for who the person was that was going to be testing the waters with somebody else. And I think it's because the way a lot of guys move, especially gay guys, I can know this for a fact about gay guys, is once you've tasted the everything there is to taste, you've had the sex, it's like, okay, now what's next for me? I've already had this. What's next? And that was the energy I was getting from Zach in that moment.
Well, we know him and Bryce should actually be the real couple in this fucking villa. Mm-hmm. So
look, I would peek too. I would take a gander. I would take a glance. I would take a look. I would study.
I'm so over this. I am so over this. Like, either they go get together and we move on, or they are not and we move on. But producers are playing this up for what reason? What is the end goal of this whole bromance thing? Is it a bromance or is it a showmance? Like, for real, get it together.
I'm going to tell you, because it's Pride Month, they're trying to appeal to the gays because it's the one demographic that they don't really have a huge fan base in. And as soon as July 1st hits, they're going to cut that shit off.
I mean, but they do. They have a huge gay, a huge gay audience. It's
not as much as the female audience.
No, of course not as much as the female audience. You ain't finna beat female audiences in a dating show.
But I would say,
it's a lot of the gay audience as well.
I would say the queer audience is. I wouldn't say it's as big, but that's just my perception. Yeah.
I feel like either we stop gay queer baiting,
please,
because it's not happening, or if it does happen, let's make it interesting, spice it up, like give them some time together in a hideaway. Like, what we gonna do? Because this is ridiculous. But I also feel very uncomfortable with Trinity if she with him and her and Kata, if they with them and they like what are we doing? Like, it's so
like I like Trinity and Bryce together, but to be honest with you, I hope Trinity finds someone else like Casa. Like, I do. I really do. Honestly.
Well,
for me, the whole Zach and Bryce thing is not that serious to me. Like, it just feels like straight guys being straight guys. Like, I went to a college where I had to be closeted because everybody was straight, and this is literally how every guy would like play, like do gay things just because it was funny or whatever. It didn't bother me, and it doesn't bother me with them. I actually think it's kind of funny. I kind of like them as friends, so it doesn't bother me as much. But I don't. If people are offended by it.
I don't have an issue with them. I have an issue with the way that they're being produced and edited.
Right.
Because like, I like Bryce a lot. Can't stand Zach. Think he's evil. I love Bryce. I think the way they're being edited and produced is bullshit. That's the issue I have. Has nothing inherently to do with the two of them.
Because like I said before, I think we talked about it. If I came onto Love Island and I was doing this for a come up in, my popularity or career aspirations or goals or whatever, and I am not gay, I'm straight. Mm-hmm. When I come off this villa, that's the first thing you go see is Bryce and Zach are gay. Like, literally, that's what everybody's talking about it. And then you watch it and it's like, I'm not gay. What do you mean? I'm not against the gay community, but I'm not gay. And and then they watch the show. And that's all they showing. Like, is Zach either being mad at Kata, trying to pawn her off on other people? I don't know what Bryce is doing. And Bryce and Zach are gay. What is that going to do for my career? Like, what is y'all setting me up? Like, don't do that. Like, but if that is the case, Start an OnlyFans, I guess. I don't know,
A
but
lot of them have.
it's, it is what it is. But I don't know. I'm sick. I'm tired of production. They playing in my face. They played
I'm
in our face with this vote. They played in our face with this
I'm
vote was
tired of Love
ridiculous.
Island USA.
I'm not tired of it because I'm not gonna act like I'm tired of it. I still enjoy it more than I enjoy UK.
Ugh,
But um yeah. Let's get to some rankings real quick because
all right.
We won't spend an hour this time, I promise.
if we did, and so what? Uh um oh no, I didn't like that. Not that. Duh. My rankings, my favorites are still who they are. It's Trinity, it's Kata, it's Soul, it's Anaya, it's Bryce, and it's Caleb. Those are my favorite people. I just enjoy them on my screen. I enjoy watching them. It is what it is. I like Casey. Melanie has moved up to like to me. I like her. She has not done anything egregious anymore. She's calmed down. I like Corbin. He has not done anything egregious to me. I like Gabriel, but he's gone now. Jen is I. Yeah. And then of course these three. Get out of my villa. Please. Please. Like I'm begging you to get out of my villa. I can't do it with you. I can't. I can't with them. But that's me. David.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's nobody on my get out of my villa anymore. Everybody's moved up. I like almost everybody more than I did the previous week. I'm still my absolute faves are Trinity and Bryce. I love them, love them, love them. Rooting for them 100%. Kata, I've done such a 180 on her because I was not feeling her when she first came around,
Mm-hmm.
but now I absolutely love her. She seems so real. Anaya, she had some moments this week where she was
Mm-hmm.
frustrating me, like especially earlier in the week, where like every little thing you couldn't say the right thing if you're Casey. But I kind of switched on them, as you can tell by where Casey's listed. So I'm really loving Anaya. I don't want to see her get hurt, but I have a feeling it's coming very very soon. Like I almost put Soul up in my faves category. Um, Specifically because of the way she let Sincere have it.
Mm-hmm.
She tore him to shreds,
Ugh.
and I was living for it because he deserved it. He was
Uh-huh.
just so dishonest with both girls. That's why Melanie's also up there. I still really like Melanie. Um, I hope she protects her heart. I have a feeling once she gets out of the villa and finds out everything else, there's no way that her and Sincere are going to stay together. Uh, Jen has moved up quite a bit for me. I think she's a good friend to Soul specifically, but I feel like she's just somebody who's there supporting the girls. She's women first. She's kind of filling the role that Bea left. Uh, Somebody that anybody can talk to. Um, Corbin, I'm liking so much more than I was. He's really grown on me. I think it really took Kenzie testing the waters for him to get focused, for him to show personality. I'm starting to see like the goofier side to him occasionally. So I'm liking Corbin a lot. I feel the passion there. Caleb, I'm liking more as well. He's showing more than just being attractive to me. He seems like a good guy.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm liking him. I want him to find the right connection because I don't think he has anybody in the villa at this moment. On notice, so Zach had actually moved up because there was a moment where I was really starting to feel him and Kata. It really wasn't until this last episode that he was kind of disappointing for me. Like I agreed with the guys that the girls' reason for getting rid of Gabriel did not add up. I don't believe it. I think it was more out of defense for Bea because Bea was the best friend of everybody. I think they were annoyed with how quickly he moved on. And I don't think they were being honest about that's the reason. It's not that he's always looking for the next best thing. It was that he moved on from our friend when he was left with no choice. And we don't like that. And I get that. But I think Zach should have chilled out. Like, sure, maybe call it out that they're not being totally honest, but then get over it. Like, it was the dragging out of things, and he was the number one person who wouldn't shut up about it. And then he's just kind of hypocritical about him wanting to test waters, but then getting so offended about Kata when she was kind of forced in a challenge to kiss Caleb. So he was really annoying me this episode. Sincere, I keep wanting to like him again because he was one of my very early favorites. But it was really the thing that really rubbed me the wrong way out of everything this week is when he was getting read by Soul, and I thought he was taking it well at first. He's like, "You're not wrong," but then it's "You're no angel either." What? Based on what? Based on what? What did she do? It was just like he couldn't take his lashing without getting in his own little lashing too. That didn't make sense. So he's on notice. I do like how supportive he's being for Caleb. So that's why he's not on Get Off My Island right now. I really thought that was a good moment. Him encouraging Caleb to go out, explore, don't leave any rock unturned, including Melanie. We'll see if you feel that way if you talk to Melanie. Kenzie, I am liking her more, but I do get some hypocritical tendencies from her sometimes. Like she definitely feels like somebody who her rules for herself are different than her rules for other people. But I do like her and Corbin together, and I do like the passion there. Casey is the biggest drop for me by far. And it's because it's like this very like open secret now that he wishes he had tested the waters with Soul. And I thought he had such a good thing going on with Anaya. So it's really pissing me off. I really don't want him to hurt Casey or hurt Anaya, but I feel like it's coming. And once that happens, he's Get Off My Island territory, no matter what. Gabriel, he's just last for me just because he never really brought anything that interesting for me on the show. I do think he moved on really quickly and really, really hard. And it sounded like Jen was even like, yeah, I think he only really liked the sexual stuff and my body. So I'm glad he's gone. Like, they could send him home for whatever reason. I'm glad he's gone.
Okay. Logan?
Hello, it's me. My faves remain my faves. Trinity, iconic. Caleb, an absolute sweetheart, darling angel baby. Protect him at all costs. I'm happy he's still here. Kata, mother. Soul, mothered the fuck out of this whole villa on her way out. Point blank and the period. Miss Anaya, I understand what Casey is doing right now. I understand. But ma'am, if I hear one more time, I just don't know if he likes me. I'm just not sure.
Well,
and that is why she's moved out of Faith for the time being into like. Because her insecurities are taking the forefront for her. And I need her to get out of her own way. She is in her way. I need her to get out of her own way. Corbin, quite delightful. I've had quite a 180 on Corbin. I think he's quite delightful. Casey, you're on notice. I'm adopting David's category. You're on notice. I still like you, but you're on notice, sir. Jen, really like Jen. I think Jen's lovely. I do agree with you, David. I think she's filling the B role. And I really quite like her. I think my opinion of her has improved over the last couple of episodes. And Gabriel, I liked Gabriel. I think he was doing what he needed to do in the villa. And he just had a really shit series of circumstances mixed with the fact that I think he was just horny. And I think it just doesn't make for, the most ideal Love Island experience. So
he's so lustful.
Baby, I never want to hear the word lustful ever again. I hate that word because the sheer number of times we heard it in Friday's episode, I'm done. Lana, you may have noticed that somebody has moved out of Get Them Out of My Villa. And that is Miss Melanie. she is out. And also Kenzie, for that matter. But most
Mm-mm.
specifically, Melanie has moved out of Get Them Out My Villa. Because of the way she responded during the entire confrontation with the boys and the girls after the Sol and Gabrielle decision. I really liked the way that she was just no nonsense. It's what I've liked about Melanie the entire time. I thought she stood on business, and I really appreciated her standing on business here. So it moved her out of Get Out My Villa for that reason. Bryce, you need to watch yourself. You've been demoted out of fave all the way down to the I because of the way you have been talking about the women in this last episode, which I think is bullshit. I think the way you talked about all of these women and the decisions that were made, regardless of if you don't like the decisions that were made, the way you talked about them was not great. Now, someone else is more egregious here. But you're on notice. And Kenzie, for the same reason actually as Melanie, has been bumped up momentarily. And I also like her connection with Corbin. So, she's back and forth. Sincere, bye. I hate the way he interacted with Sol. I hate the way he interacted with the girls in the argument after the dumping. I hated the way Sincere moved in most of these episodes this week. Can't stand him. Zach is evil personified. And the way that he is manipulating Kata and the way that he is holding things over her head as if she is a child, threatening not to make the girls breakfast, is one of the nastiest things I have ever heard from a Love Island.
He did say he was joking right away, though.
I don't give a single fuck. That is his defense mechanism. He did.
Okay, I missed that part.
He did. It does not matter to me. This is his way of expressing his control over Kata because he thinks he has Kata already wrapped around his finger. And this is a toxic trait pattern that I've seen in myself and I've been privy to. Zach needs to get the fuck out now and not let any other woman deal with his bullshit. I think he is nasty. I think he is absolutely nasty. And I cannot stand him.
I kind of hope he does not bring anybody back from Casa.
I hope he gets eliminated during Casa and they don't do the same twist as last year and he just goes home.
I don't think that's happening, but I
would love that though.
I hope he doesn't get eliminated. He doesn't bring anybody back from Casa, and Kata does, and now he has to be single and vulnerable and have to watch her go on with this new person while he's trying to graft. I just think it's very, very. I would love to see that happen, but that's okay. That's all right.
It is really funny to me that I am now the highest on Zach after our discussion during the first week, Lana, when I could not stand Zach and you really liked him.
Yeah, I can't.
We liked him until we found out how much of a shit person he is.
But these are my rankings as follows: as couples, Bryce and Trinity, no surprise, they are always it. They are number one. Nia and Casey are number two. Zach and Kata, I guess they're very far number three. Sincere Melanie number four. Corbin and Kenzie number five. And that's just how it goes.
Yeah, for me, I like almost all of them better as couples. than I do individuals. But by far, number one is Trinity and Bryce. Love them. They're my Nicolandria as of now, but I didn't watch their season. Number two, when there are moments where Kata and Zach are really sweet together. Yeah, there's some icky moments as well, but I just want to focus on the parts that I like about them together. Third is Anaya and Casey. They both have taken turns annoying me this week, but Casey currently is annoying me significantly more. I think he's itching to break up this couple. There's been red flags that I've talked to Lana about off camera about with him, and how he says things to Anaya, but then other things show the opposite. So it's making me nervous. Number four is Corbin and Kenzie. I'm really liking them. They have potential to move up because I feel like they are really into each other. They have really good chemistry. I'm surprised that I'm liking them as much as I am. Fifth by default is Sincere and Melody, because I feel like storyline wise, they've taken a huge back seat since they got coupled together again. You haven't really seen too much about them as a couple, and I want to see what I saw from them early on, where they were my favorite couple in the first week. But right now they're just kind of dull as a couple.
I'm glad you want to see it.
I loved them initially.
Yeah, my rankings are the exact same as Lana's. That's all. Genuinely, that's all. Copy and paste what Lana said. I'm not even like, I wish I had more to say, but quite literally copy and paste what Lana said about these couples in the exact same order. Brinity and Trice for the win.
Not Brinity and Trice.
Yes, Brinity and Trice.
Yeah, but I don't know if they're a front runner because they weren't coupled up immediately, or they haven't been the whole time, like Casey and Anaya and
Zach and Kata were coupled up the same amount of time as Bryce and Kennedy stayed together. Even though Bryce and Kennedy started off together, they broke up and then they came back.
Trinity.
So actually, if Casey's reasoning will be Casey and Anaya stayed together longer, they were the couple. Sure, night one. Oh, but then Bryce and Trinity and Zach and Kata all met on night one. It's just it's so
If they
sad.
don't shut the fuck up with this bullshit ass logic,
It's longer
I'm gonna crash
and
out. Like, it's so bad.
It's so
But okay, but they met on night 2, but you met on night 4, so that's why we're gonna dump you. Fuck off.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's so stupid.
Let's be honest. Trinity and Bryce are killing it in the votes right now. Like, if
They
they
are
pick a
killing
winner
the
now,
votes.
it would have to.
Yeah,
be them.
they're killing the votes. And
Stop the vote. Stop the season.
look, stop
We're
the vote.
done.
End it now and let them win and call
Yeah.
it a day.
Fine by me.
Honestly. Let's go to Love Island UK real quick, because honestly,
I'm curious. This is all my update I get is on Reality Roundup.
Love Island UK. Simba's here. He's exploring. So Angelisa is still in limbo, but then not, because now he's into Mika, but now she's not into him. And so therefore he's going back to Angelisa, saying she's the one he prayed for coming into this, but knowing he was into Mika, but she decided to not pursue things with him. It's very
Again, might I add, this has happened again. To Angelista.
Yeah, they are really playing in my girl's face in this whole situation. And it's so funny because even the UK public is like, okay, enough is enough. Enough is enough for this girl. Like, do we have to do this? Why are everybody being so mean to her in this villa? How come she is with these people who say they like her, then they don't, but then they do, but then they don't? So it's kind of annoying.
It's like the opposite situation of Caleb, honestly.
Yeah.
Like same but different.
Yeah.
Kind of situation. Like, you would think on paper, Simba was brought in for Angelista. in the way that Caleb was brought in for Kenzie, and somehow Angelista and Caleb are both fucked. Like, I don't get it. I really don't get it.
It's kind of annoying. Let's see. Namibia was with Aiden. Namibia is now not with Aiden because Aiden decided he wanted to crack on with the girl who just came in, a new bombshell, so she's not with him, and she's actually dumped from the island. So she's done. Ellie is, oh my god, she's mad at Tommy every single day. It seems like it's he sometimes crack on with the new bombshell, sometimes crack on. She kisses him.
Ellie Ellie's starting to piss me off to no end. Like,
It's
I like her still, but I'm like, girl, this isn't Couples Island. They're trying to play Couples Island, I think. And it's just like, and Ellie has not had an easy road either. But I'm
no.
just like, girl.
It, Kevin, and Jasmine are good, I guess. Even though he
Are
got to go,
they?
he decided to go to the well, he didn't decide. They told him he was going to sleepover. He met the girls. He came back. He's still with the girl. He's still with Jasmine. So they're good. Lola and Sean, they're still good. One couple, whatever. Um, Tommy Simba just talked about y'all. Lorenzo. Oh
Boo.
my God, Lorenzo. He's so unserious.
Boo.
The craziness, he is so unserious that he's serious. He's so ridiculous. He's funny. Like, it's so ridiculous. He is funny. He still doesn't really know what he wants, but I think he's finally getting it narrowed down to Yasmin only. But
For now.
for now, we Priya girl, get out of here. Like,
Priya, get the fuck out.
get out
Like,
of here, girl. Cause like I don't think anybody likes you anymore at this point. I don't think so because you say one thing and you do another thing. You say you're a girl's girl, but you act like you're not a girl's girl. It's very confusing for me. Sam Rogers actually started pissing me off a little bit. He's pissing me
yeah.
off a lot of bit. He's pissing me off because he's just like, "Mm, I don't really. I think I'm gonna fake it for her. Should I fake it?" When he knows he's, oh my god, he knows he's not interested in that girl, and but he won't tell her that. He won't tell her that, and so you know what he does? He sneaks behind the back with Mika, who is also getting on my nerves because she can't make up her mind. I want to be with this person. Oh, I want to be with this person. Oh, I want to be with this person. Oh, I have no idea what I want, girl. You are giving me a headache. You are giving me a headache. If this is so hard for you now, when Casa starts, what you just gonna lose your freaking mind. You gonna lose your freaking mind because I, I don't even know. I don't even know. And please, Aiden, please,
Get out.
please,
Get out.
Aiden.
Bye. Boo. Tomato.
I don't. You don't. Ever since Yasmin and Ellie left you, you ain't been this. You ain't. No, no. I'm gonna give y'all my rankings for the week. Uh,
Everyone's trash.
it's
I didn't hear anything
honestly
about Sam.
because he's gone. He's gone. Sam is sweet. Sam is a nice guy. Sam does not. They do not deserve Sam at all. They don't deserve him at all.
In the
And
way they
he
didn't deserve Robin at
at
all.
all. Like uh, rankings is as follows: Angelisa, Namibia, Ellie, Jasmine, Sam. Favorites. I love them. Absolutely love them. Kevin, Lola, Sean, and I guess Mika at this point. She's still alright, but she's starting to lose me. All those people, they are my favorite. They're likes. I like them enough that they're good. Uh, Meh. Samraj. Oof, it's so funny how the men are totally outweighing the women under my meh category. But it's Samraj, Simba, Tommy, Lorenzo, and Priya.
Well, that makes sense because she's not a girl's girl.
Right. So
She's with the other guys where she wants to be.
and then Yasmin and Aiden, get out of my villa. Like, get out. I can't. There's nothing else for me to say about y'all. Like, and some of my favorites might be dropping. I'm gonna be so for real with you.
Yeah.
Some of these favorites might be dropping quite a bit. Well, Namibia's gone also because she got booted this week as well. Her and Sean are
Boo.
gone, which is boo. But I kind of knew it.
Oh
The writing was
yeah.
on the wall as soon as the new
Yeah.
bombshells came in. I didn't rank the bombshells because I really don't know them too well. But I'll have my rankings when we do our results. Our later on today. This episode later on
I
today. But yeah.
yeah. I didn't have my rankings done for UK, but honestly, shocker, my rankings are very similar to Lana's. I would say this, but drop Namibia and Jasmine to like. Jasmine's gone up for me, Lana. Jasmine's gone up. Drop Mika to meh, and that's my ranking.
Okay. Yeah.
Because I don't like most of these people anymore. I'm gonna be so real. Like, I really don't.
It's not a fun thing. It's not a good thing. I feel like I say this every year when it comes to UK. I'm starting to become a bore, but
Yeah.
I'm going to watch it to continue because I refuse to give up on the season. I refuse to give up midway through a season. So this time I'm going to stick it out.
We're doing it, Lana.
Stick it out. But
we're doing it.
Ooh.
Were there ever chats between Angelista and Sam? Because I always I only watched the first couple of episodes, but I always kind of hoped, because for me they're like the most gorgeous guy and most gorgeous girl. So I would
agree with you.
No chats shown. Like, I think they all chatted to everybody, but not all of them were shown. And I guess they didn't show any interest, so they had no reason to show them. Yeah. I just don't. I don't like them. It is what it is. Yeah. Well, we do have some more news, and let's get into it real quick, shall we?
Okay, it was announced that Love Island USA is coming to select theaters for a special screening of the Casa Amor episode on Tuesday, June 22nd. The event will be a cross-promotion advertisement with the new Minions and Monsters movie. And I did check my local show times, and unfortunately, it's not showing. Actually, Monday, not Tuesday. It's not showing at my theater, but I might have gone. It would have been fun to kind of watch with the crowd going wild as people are doing their shady things. But yeah, interesting.
Yeah, it's not showing in mine either. So there's no. We happen to live in non-exciting towns. Apparently, we don't get.
I guess so.
I haven't checked mine.
It's not yours either. It's not yours either.
Are you like in Tucson?
Yeah, it's not yours either. We live in non-existent. We all live in non-exciting towns, apparently.
What theaters are showing?
It's in Phoenix, though, but it's not in Tucson.
I will say there is actually, and I haven't gone yet, but I want to. There is a bar here that does a viewing party twice a week.
Okay.
So they're just two of my busiest days. They do it on Tuesday and Thursday, which are two of my busiest days of the week. So I'm like, well, crap. But I want to. I think it'll be really fun. But
yeah, but I checked and it was like, well, I guess I could go to Atlanta. It's just 2 hours away.
Is it worth it?
But all right. James Barker, an executive of Love Island, executive producer of Love Island USA, has passed away suddenly in Fiji after experiencing an unexpected emergency. The show paid tribute to him at the end of Tuesday's show. So we want to give our prayers and thoughts and sorrows and all of that to his family, and thank you for giving us Love Island, because we enjoy talking about it. So thank you very much, James.
Yeah, it must be really hard for the production to just have to keep going, but they
You have
can't
to.
pause.
Yeah.
So I'm sure that's really tough on everybody involved.
Absolutely.
Um, but another tough situation we have going on is a documentary that's coming out. There's a documentary about Love Island UK's Darkest Chapter, which will be coming to Prime Video on July 26th. It will tell the stories of former contestants who've lost their lives since appearing on the show. I believe, from what I understand, a lot of that comes down to them taking their own lives. So it's going to really expose the dark underbelly of what happens after you leave the villa and probably get a lot of really rough reactions from fans. So should be interesting.
I
I'm
mean,
glad
the
it's
thing,
being shown. I'm glad it's being
yeah,
shown.
Mhm.
it's good that it's being shown, and it can show the fans how their words can hurt, and a lot of it is a lot things that is part of the fandom that happens that is dark, and it is what it is.
Mhm.
Speaking of Love Island UK, The Sun, reported by The Sun that George Knight from Love Island UK was given a warning by production for unacceptable language and offensive slurs and was asked to leave. He decided to use the issue with the family member's health as a cover, but anybody who watched Love Island, us covering Love Island, knows we we've been new. Um, we've been new. We said from the first time he walked into my screen and was going after Sam Raj
Bad
the way he
vibes.
was. Bad vibes, not sitting well in my gut, in my spirit. Like it was something about him, and we said it from the get go. But now that I'm glad that it's been confirmed, and may you never
Those
be on TV ever.
Aryan bad vibes just radiating.
Just airing,
Uh-huh.
just very red. Yeah. May you never appear on our TV screens again, George. Thank you. But no changes for next week. Next week is going to be next week. There's no new line, nothing new in the lineup.
For
We
now.
have, for now. But we are going to be back here next week talking about all things reality TV, roundup, reality roundup, and all the things. Logan, thank you so much for joining us for the last half of this. It's been fun. It was cool.
I'm very
Uh,
happy to have stolen the show and not anticipated to be here, but I had a great time regardless.
I don't know about stealing the show, but you did a good job. You did good. We thank you all so much for joining us. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please go ahead and do that. We really truly appreciate you. All the all that stuff down there. Subscribe. The links to all the channels will be in our description below, as well as our audio podcast links, our Patreon links, all of our socials at the Cup Pod on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky, where you can get your merch at lanagcreations.etsy.com. That the QR code is in the corner of the screen, and we'll be back next week to talk all things reality show. And so I guess that'll do it. We'll see y'all next week. Bye. Cheers.
Cheers.
Bye.